Hello, you guys. Welcome. How are you? My name is Violetta Alexis. I'm a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western tropical astrologer. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the September 2023 horoscopes specifically and more accurately for the rising signs. However, if you're going to be looking at your sun sign, then I would apply it more to your goals and your career. And if you're going to apply it to your moon sign, this would be more about your home and family life and your emotions. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, starting with Aries through to Pisces. Hello, Aries. Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. So to start out with, on September 3rd, September 4th, depending upon where you're at in the world, Venus is going to be going direct in your fifth house of creativity, romance, children, your own business, if you have your own business, entrepreneurship. So for instance, if an ex came back during Venus retrograde, that's kind of up for review. You're going to decide, okay, well, am I moving forward with this, or am I going to go ahead and tell them to hit the hay? Any kind of creative projects that you are reevaluating, rethinking your relationship with your child, everything is going to seem more clear, especially after October when Venus is out of its shadow period. But now projects, creative projects, relationships, etc., fun, the things that you're prioritizing in your life, all of that stuff is going to be more clear around this time for you. On September 4th, Mercury retrograde is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus second house. So this is around reevaluating your diet, reevaluating your work, reevaluating some kind of work project, your connection that you have with coworkers as well. Maybe you are rethinking your diet in some way, rethinking the kind of food that you're putting in your mouth. The second house can represent what it is that you're putting in your mouth, etc. But to me, this is also maybe about you kind of going back and relearning or improving your job by learning some kind of skill, or going back and doing more research on something so that way you can make more money at your job and you can be better at your job. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm outside and bugs are freaking everywhere. Jupiter rules your ninth and your 12th house. So this could also be, rethinking your spirituality, prioritizing alone time, or, maybe you are thinking you need to take some rest from your work, and have more alone time to focus on spirituality and those kind of things. On the same day, on September 4th, the Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your second house. I'm wondering for some of you, if you are thinking how to make money, like as far as work smarter, not harder. What matters most to you, what you value, is definitely going to be something that you're going to be reevaluating and thinking about. The things that you're prioritizing in your life, are they spiritually aligned with you? And I think what you're doing is you're essentially prioritizing things for your overall higher good. September 6th, we're going to have a Mercury cazimi. So this is when Mercury conjoins with the sun, and Mercury is in the heart of the sun. So this is really positive. This can be like an idea, a revelation, a conversation, an epiphany that you're having. And this is going to be in your sixth house of health, day-to-day work, routine, scheduling. So there's something that you are realizing, some big download, some big idea, conversation that you're having at work that is giving you an epiphany on how to have a better work schedule or work more efficiently or to have better overall health. On September 8th, the sun in your Virgo sixth house is going to trine Jupiter retrograde in your Taurus second house. It's going to be a lot of energy in regards to your health, work, your day-to-day, your scheduling, your routine. You could feel like your health is pretty good at this point, or maybe you're going to the gym a little bit more, fitting that into your schedule. But to me, what this is you really kind of taking note of what's generally or truly important for you, more so on a higher level, like on a higher self level. I think that a lot of you are finding your purpose through your work in some way, like finding a lot of purpose through your job, finding more value through your job, or you are finding your own value within your job. This could also be around putting more creativity in your work somehow. And this is somehow causing you to make more money. On September 4th, we're having a new moon in your Virgo sixth house, and it's going to trine Uranus retrograde in your Taurus second house. This could be like a new work project, like maybe you're working with others, making money with others, working on a project, a collaborative effort, and working together with other people. And that's, essentially going to change the way that you make money, or it's going to, cause you to have some surprise, maybe financial windfall in some way. This could be also for some of you, you could be working in astrology. Okay, maybe you decide to start making money through astrology for some of you. Uranus can represent that. This is also helping you positively reassess changes you've made with your priorities, with work, health, and your day-to-day habits. So it's like a good surprise, whatever it is, like maybe a good financial surprise or a new way to make money somehow. Another stream of income. September 15th, Mercury is going to go direct in your 6th house of health, day-to-day work and routine. You guys are going to hear me talk about the 6th house a lot. Okay. You have a lot of stuff going on in your 6th house. So there's plans, reevaluations, old work or ideas in regards to finances, priorities, health, work, or routine that have kind of the go ahead. So anything in regards to that is more clear and you are moving ahead, basically. Hold on, where am I? I just lost a page. Okay. All right, there we are. September 17th, Venus in your 5th house is going to square Jupiter retrograde in your 2nd house. So love, children, dating, creativity, romance. It could be getting in the way of your priorities a little bit. I'm not going to lie. You could be going out with like a partner or somebody that you're dating. I'm going to assume that that's some kind of confirmation. It'll go away in a second, you guys. It's just the neighbor's freaking car. So there could also be you maybe spending too much time with a partner, somebody that you're dating, and then, you know, your job kind of suffers or your priorities kind of suffer in some way. There could be you spending too much money on dating, on creative projects, on, you know, a self-owned business. Now, keep in mind that Venus and Jupiter are benefics. So even with like a conflict, even with a hard aspect like a square, it's still positive. So there's still going to be something positive that comes out of it. So sorry about that, you guys. Okay, great. Thank you. September 19th, the sun in your Virgo 6th house is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 12th house. For some of you, because with all of these transits happening in your 6th house of day-to-day health, work routine, and scheduling, you could feel really burnt out, okay? You could also feel like somebody's sabotaging your work, all right? For some of you, like a coworker or somebody from behind the scenes, even if they're not doing it intentionally, there could be somebody who's kind of sabotaging your work in some way, or maybe sabotaging your health, but it could be intentional, but for some of them, they're just deluded and don't realize what they're doing, okay? So you may need to kind of confront somebody, and there could be confusion or delusion around tendency, work, or coworkers, or hidden enemies. On September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 6th house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 10th house. So all the energy and the work that you're putting into your routine and your scheduling and your job seems to be really going over well with a boss or your reputation. Maybe you're bringing in some more finances in some way. Maybe you're making some more money. And maybe you're getting more power in your career. This could also be you guys are transforming your physical body and people are finding you more sexy, more attractive. Okay, Pluto rules your 8th house. Pluto, you know, obviously naturally rules like sex. And so, you know, for some of you, you know, maybe it's that. Maybe a lot of people are thinking you're sexy, you know. Then on September 23rd, the sun goes into your Libra 7th house of one-on-one relationships, clients, etc. So maybe for some of you, you're going to be focusing more on clients, especially with that power that you're gaining in your career and all the work you've been doing in your 6th house. You know, maybe you are tying the knot with a partner. Okay, maybe it's something like that. Or maybe your relationship status is going to change in some way. September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 6th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 2nd house. So to me, this is just you doing your day-to-day tasks, things moving forward at your job, you being very clear on things, you being very clear on health. Your health is benefiting you. Your work and your routine and your scheduling is benefiting you. You're making more money and you are realizing what is really in your highest good when it comes to your values and your morals, etc. When it comes to your day-to-day, your work, your health, and your routine. On September 29th, we're going to have a full moon in your Aries 1st house, and it's going to oppose the sun in your Libra 7th house. There could be a disagreement with a child, maybe about, a disagreement with a partner, maybe about a child in some way. I'm kind of wondering if you are implementing a boundary, or there could be something that is also like maybe coming out about you, or you're revealing something about yourself, and maybe a partner's like, well, I didn't know that, or this is a deal breaker for me, or, you know, it's something that's being revealed, because full moons essentially reveal things. So it could be like a revealing. Also, this could be around your identity, your appearance, who you are, you know, what you look like. So there could be something that's kind of closing out. There could be a closing out within that. Maybe somebody doesn't like it. And to end the month, we have September 30th. So Mercury in your Virgo 6th house is going to try on Uranus retrograde in your Taurus 2nd house. So once again, the day-to-day tasks, the stuff that you're doing in regards to your health, work, and routine seems to be benefiting you and bringing you some big financial surprise in some way, or some new, different, eclectic way of making money somehow. Okay. So thank you so much, Aries. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below, and make sure that you like and share this video. Thanks. Talk soon. Hey Taurus, how you doing? Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. So on September 4th, Venus is going to go direct in your 4th house of home, family, your living situation, property, real estate, the relationship with your mother, and your childhood. So this could be you possibly moving. For some of you, if you've been reevaluating where it is that you want to live, I feel like you're finally figuring out where that is that you want to go, where it is that you want to stay. Maybe some of you are deciding to finally buy property. I would, of course, because Mercury does rule your 2nd house, I would definitely wait until Mercury goes direct on the 14th, 15th, and even more positively, maybe wait till October. But of course, you got to do what you got to do. This could also be you moving in with some kind of maybe a partner of yours, some kind of romantic partner. This could also be your values, the relationship that you reevaluated that you have with your family or with your mother specifically. It feels like maybe things are going a little bit smoother, or you have a better understanding of what that relationship actually means to you. This could also be an at-home business. Maybe some kind of at-home business that you have is moving forward. Maybe it's moving in some kind of positive direction. And for some of you, if during the Venus retrograde, you know, you maybe made some mistakes around how you decorated your home in some way, you could be kind of regretting that now and deciding what to do, okay? Or figuring out, or if you were listening to your astrologer, maybe you decided against it, decided not to, you know, make any impulsive decisions around your home decor. Maybe you're finally realizing what it is that you want to do with that. Same day, September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo 5th house of dating, creativity, romance, and children is going to trine Jupiter in your 1st house of self. Jupiter does rule your 8th and your 11th house. There could be communication with a lover, children, or maybe with a younger person, or return of a younger person coming back into your life somehow, or an old lover coming back into your life, or somebody that you even used to be intimate with. For some of you, it could be that this is somehow, it really feels to me like whoever this is actually benefiting from you and your higher self and your perspective and how you've been evolving in some way. And I think that you are happy about whatever this return is, or whatever this comeback around is, or reevaluation is. It seems to be going well. There could be discussions or plans that you're making with a child or a partner that's also making you really happy. Anything regarding creativity, or if you're a business owner, that could be going really well at this time, and you seem to be really happy about it. Maybe you're attracting, you know, maybe a dream is starting to come true for you, or it's possible that, you know, you're seeing a dream or an aspiration that you have that really seems possible or closer than ever. And maybe it's building your audience, or, you know, you're being surrounded by like-minded people because of whatever this project is. Okay, for some of you. On the same day, Jupiter 4th, a lot going on that day. Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your Taurus 1st house of self. So a lot of soul searching in regards to you and what you look like, and your philosophy that you hold, and, you know, the circle that you keep, and maybe what needs to change around that, or what doesn't, you know. Do the people you hang around with value you? Is the dream that you have for yourself really in your highest good? Okay. And you could also be feeling a lot more charitable at this time. Okay. On September 6th, you're going to be having a Mercury Cazimi in your Virgo 5th house of dating, creativity, romance, and children, and entrepreneurship. So a Mercury Cazimi is when the Mercury and the Sun conjoin and they come together. And Mercury is at the heart of the sun. This is generally positive. Sorry, I think that there's a wasp up there or something. I think they made like a nest is what it looks like, which is really freaking me out. Sorry about that. And so this is generally positive. This can be like an epiphany, an idea, a revelation, or some kind of download in regards to dating, creativity, romance, some kind of creative idea. On September 8th, the sun in your Virgo 5th house of, you guessed it, creativity, dating, and romance is going to trine Jupiter retrograde in your 1st house of self. So you seem to have a lot more energy and drive around creative projects, around your children. Maybe there's a big laser focus around children. I know that children are going back to school around this time, so it definitely could be something around that. Or there's maybe a lot of focus that a lover is giving you. Maybe a lover is showering you with a lot of attention. You know, maybe you're getting intimate in some way, or it's like having a really good time. This could also be you benefiting financially from groups or communities that you're a part of. Maybe you have an online social media presence of some sort. This could also be energy being turned into some kind of sexual healing or therapy for you. On September 14th, there's a new moon in your Virgo 5th house of creativity, dating, and romance, and it's going to trine Uranus in your 1st house of self. So there's a new beginning. Maybe you are having a child. Maybe you realize you're pregnant, or your partner is pregnant, or maybe you are having a new beginning in regards to your children. Maybe you're being more creative with your children. Maybe you are starting a new business of some sort. There's some kind of new, progressive, innovative ideas that I feel like you're doing this because Uranus is in your 1st house. Like, you're the one that's making the change. Like, oh my God, this is and it's something that can be also very out of the box. It's very innovative. It's about maybe some career changes. Uranus does rule your 10th house, and this feels like some kind of stroke of luck. And it feels like you're making the luck. September 15th, Mercury is finally going direct. Yay. In your Virgo 5th house of creativity, dating, and romance. So any reevaluations you had, if somebody came back from the past, if you were reunited with a lover or something like that, or you were revisiting some kind of project, it seems like there's a creative project, or your business, your self-owned business. There's a lot more creativity. You can move forward with some kind of idea, and you can either, you know, put the X on the chopping block, or you can move forward with that person. And yeah, it seems like you just have a lot more clarity, and maybe you have more clarity on the kind of person that you're wanting to date, maybe. September 17th, Venus in your Leo 4th house of home and family is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 1st house of self. So this is I don't want to say it's a negative aspect, but kind of. But squares are like diamonds. They're made under pressure. However, this is between Venus and Jupiter, which are the benefic. So Venus being the lesser benefic, Jupiter being the greater benefic. This is still going to be positive. I know that when Jupiter was in my 1st house 12 years ago, it's in my 1st house now, but I know that when it was in my 1st house 12 years ago, I was incredibly lazy. You know, I got pregnant twice because my moon's also in my 1st house. So, you know, maybe it's something like that as well. This could be you being really lazy at home, you know, taking it easy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe eating a little too much. Jupiter and Taurus can represent that, you know. It can talk about kind of overindulging in some way. So maybe you're just like sitting there eating a box of Oreos on the couch in front of the TV, and, you know, you're just having a really great time. This could be also you indulging in like comforts, you know, familial comforts. Maybe you are spending a lot of time with family as well. There could be also you spending too much money on a home, or maybe you're buying real estate, or maybe you're trying to spend money on decor for a home or something like that. I would just be careful of breaking the bank, because you may end up regretting it. But regardless, this is still positive in some way. Just remember that sometimes too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, right? September 19th, the sun in your Virgo 5th house of creativity, dating, and romance. It's going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 11th house of friendships, groups, communities that you're a part of, and your bigger dreams, goals, and aspirations. So the energy maybe that you are spending on a lover, you know, a friend could disagree with it, to be honest. This could be a project that you put out. Ooh. This could be a project that maybe you put out or something, and maybe your audience is not as receptive as you would have liked them to be. Maybe there is a friend where you put out some kind of project, or you started dating somebody from your past, and maybe a friend just really disagrees with it. There could be some illusions or delusions or confusions or deceptions around your goals and dreams because of how an audience is excuse me, of how an audience is receiving your work somehow. So maybe you put something out there that you thought you like really wanted to do, and then like everyone's kind of making you feel like it's not as great as you thought it was. Okay, it can be something like that. I would say be very clear on your boundaries and your intentions with people at this time, and make sure that they're very clear with you also, because it can go both ways. This could also be a very creative time. So my thought for you is get into your creative mode. Okay. September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 5th house of dating, creativity, and romance is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 9th house of legalities, faith, God, religion, spirituality, and travel and higher learning. So maybe you wrote something, maybe you have like a big writing project, and finally you're deciding to you are deciding to publish it in some way or launch it in some way. It feels like it's going over really well. A male or a lover, there could be like a solar figure or a romantic partner of some sort that is changing your belief system in a positive way, transforming your belief system. This could also be you traveling to see a partner traveling to see you. If there's like a long distance thing going on, maybe you've been dating somebody online and then you finally get to go visit them, or they you. This could also be a higher level of commitment between you and a partner. Maybe it's just somebody that you're dating and now, you know, they're like, oh, let's make this official, or it's somebody you're official with, and maybe they're talking about marriage. And this could be an idea, like I said, to travel for fun or to travel with a partner, because Pluto does rule your 7th house of relationships. Let me see. September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 6th house of day-to-day work, routine, and your health. And so your health could be better, feeling, you know, like you have a lot of vitality around this time, a lot of energy and focus put into your work and your day-to-day routine and your health. And it could also be like a focus on like an at-home business of some sort. September 25th, the full moon in your Aries 12th house is going to oppose the sun in your Libra 6th house. So there may be some things or some feelings that you've suppressed for a long time that can kind of bubble to the surface. You could end up having like an outburst, maybe at work, or you could just kind of have like a little bit of a mental breakdown, feeling like your boundaries are being crossed in some way. There could be a mental health issue that could cause your work to suffer, or maybe something is going on at work that is messing with your mental health a little bit. Maybe there's a perceived enemy that's messing with your head, or a secret can be revealed about your past or somebody's past in some way. And I feel like what you're really going to need is like some downtime from the day to day. Last but not least, September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 5th house of creativity, dating, and romance is going to trine Uranus retrograde in your Taurus 1st house of self. So I feel like there's a decision being made. There's a decision being made around dating, around a child, creativity, romance, fun, etc. And it looks like it is affecting you in a positive way, or you're the one that's making this change, and it feels like it's changing your career or your reputation for the better. So thank you so much, Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you comment. Let me know how this is working out for you in the comment section below, and make sure that you like and subscribe if you have not. Good luck for September, and talk soon. Hello, Gemini. How are you? Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. I hope that you guys are doing awesome. So to start out with, in the month, we have September 4th. Venus is going to be going direct in your 3rd house of your skill set, your mind, your thoughts, the way that you communicate, your local neighborhood, and short distance travel. So there could be like a mindset shift that you're having. Maybe you are also reevaluating the way that you're communicating or how you want to be spoken to by people. You could also be understanding more about the company that you want to keep or the people that you want to surround yourself with. You could feel like your mental health is getting better, especially when October hits and Venus is direct. It could feel like it's easier to express maybe what it is that you value, or what it is that you desire, or what it is that you feel like you need from a developed heart space. You could be also more clear in regards to some kind of writing project that maybe you were reevaluating or that you were working on, and a writing project could finally maybe be moving forward in some way. Maybe you're putting a lot of love into some kind of writing project. And like I said before, I also think that with you reevaluating or maybe reprioritizing the company that you keep is helping your overall mental health in a positive direction. On the same day, September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo 4th house of home and family is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 12th house of mental health and spirituality. So there could be a readjustment around family or around your home that is actually benefiting your mental health, There could be maybe a conversation that you're having behind the scenes with a business partner that could end up benefiting your career in some way. This could also be about you maybe reviewing or discussing your past with somebody, and maybe you're talking about how you want to show up in the world, and you know, how you want to be seen or how you want to be perceived, and your mission in life. So whatever this is, it seems pretty beneficial. Let's see. Oh my God. Speaking of Mercury retrograde in my 5th house, an ex is calling me. Okay, and then we have on the same day, Jupiter is going retrograde in your 12th house of mental health and spirituality. So there could be a lot of focus inward on your mental health. You could be reevaluating, you know, any addictions that you may have had or ways that you've self-sabotaged in your life. And it's a very spiritual transit. I remember I had Jupiter in my 12th house and I came out like a different person. Once Jupiter hit my 1st house, which is where it's at now because I'm a Taurus rising, like my whole view had changed on life, my whole philosophy about my mental health, about addictions, things that I was battling from behind the scenes. Like it really changed me as a person. I think that a lot of you are maybe meditating on past relationships as well and seeing in ways that you have sabotaged yourself. And I feel like because of that, you are more of your higher mind, or you will become of your higher mind. On September 6th, there's a Mercury cazimi in your 4th house of home and family. So Mercury is your ruler. So I feel like a Mercury cazimi is when Mercury and the sun come together and they conjoin. Mercury is at the heart of the sun. So this can be ideas, epiphanies, revelations, insights, and downloads. This can be about a mother figure. This can be about your childhood. This can be about how your childhood has transformed you into the person that you are today. And it could also be around your appearance, or you know, maybe it's something to do with writing or the way that you're communicating. Whatever this is, it is around your home, maybe around moving or something like that as well. But whatever it is it is ultimately positive, and Mercury is your ruling planet. So I feel like it's going to benefit or positively impact you in Virgo more than anybody else. On September 8th, the sun in your Virgo 4th house of home and family is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 12th house. So for some of you, there could be like a solar figure or some kind of male figure that is coming and visiting you in your home, and somehow that's helping your mental health, or you know, it seems like there's maybe some kind of emotional conversation that you're having, but it's positive. It's positive. Whatever it is, it's benefiting the work that you're doing in regards to the addictions that you've had, or in regards to your mental health, or in regards to your spirituality. This could also be for some of you, you could have like you could have a person that is visiting you in your home. So there could be some kind of like bedroom pleasures going on as well. So keep that in mind. For a lot of you, this is about you just spending a lot of time at home, spending a lot of time alone, retreating, a lot of self-care. Maybe you're going back to an old spiritual practice that you used to do before. Maybe you're journaling a lot about things, and that could also be helping you. And it just feels like you're overall taking responsibility for your mental health. On September 4th, we're having a new moon in your Virgo 4th house of home and family, and it's going to trine Uranus in your 12th house of foreign travel, mental health, spirituality, and addictions. For some of you, you're definitely thinking about moving abroad, or you're thinking about moving to a different country, or you're thinking about moving maybe somewhere far away. Maybe it's somewhere that you lived before, since Uranus will be retrograde. But whatever this is, it's where you're living or what you're doing in your home seems to be positively changing a belief system in like a different, out of the box way. Like there's some kind of revelation that you're having, is what that feels like to me. On September 15th, your ruling planet Mercury is going to go direct in your 4th house of home and family. So this is, you know, once again, you're going to feel better about this because this is your ruling planet. So when Mercury starts to go retrograde, you in Virgo especially start to feel a little squirrely. And so I think that you guys are starting to feel better. You're starting to feel better. You're having more clarity around moving, family, any family plans that you've been making, any renovations to your home. When whatever it is, it feels better. You feel more clear. You have more of a direction on where you want to live and what's going on in your home and your family life. September 17th, Venus in your Leo 3rd house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 12th house. So I would say be careful of going back to old coping mechanisms. I understand that, you know, Venus and Jupiter are very benefic, and yes, that can be great. There can be something that definitely is positive that comes from this, but at the same time, it still is a square. So when Venus and Jupiter come into a square, this is like too much of a good thing. So for some of you, I would say be careful of going back to old coping mechanisms or people that used to surround yourself with before Venus went retrograde or while Venus was retrograde. That is now you're bringing it back around because it's some kind of coping, like mental health coping mechanism for you. This could also be you making plans with a partner, maybe date nights, lots of sex, you know, good times like that. And I would say be careful on like, I hate to say it, but be careful on like saying too much or like blabbing your mouth too much. Because at some point, if you're like trauma dumping or you're just like blabbing your mouth a little bit too much, it could end up coming out later in some way. Okay. But overall, this is really positive. Okay. There could be like some journaling that you're doing, like you're doing a lot of journaling and this is making you feel good. It's giving you like these insights and you're becoming more spiritual because of it, or you're becoming more of the higher mind because of it. On September 19th, the sun in your Virgo 4th house of home and family is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 10th house of career and reputation. Be careful because a boss can deceive you. And to be honest, it could go both ways. And in my personal experience, I like going based off of experience, right? And so it can honestly go both ways. You could be trying to deceive a boss or deceive how other people view you in some way. There could be confusion around career, or there could be lies or deception going on in regards to your reputation. And maybe people are like making up things about your private life and kind of putting it out there. You know, I'm not going to lie, you know, it can be something like that. It can be very deceitful. I would say who you associate with in private or what you do in private or on your own time could somehow be at odds with your career in some way. So just be cautious of the 19th. Honestly, don't like that day. September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 4th house of home and family is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 8th house of shared resources, sex, death, transformation, and debts. So there could be some insight around your past that can bring like healing, revelations. You could be looking back at some old trauma or some old crisis that happened to you, and you can be like, wow, this is how this is changing me now in a positive direction. This is how this has changed me up until this point. Or maybe for some of you, you're finally getting the funds to be able to move, you know. It can be something like that. You can also be analyzing your past emotions, and that can transform something for you. You could receive some money or inheritance, maybe from somebody who has a lot of power, or maybe from a solar figure. Maybe you're gaining, or maybe you're getting a loan and you're getting more power through your work, like your reputation is maybe getting a boost or something like that because of the money that you're making and the power that you have at your job or at your career. There could also be some great gains that you're getting from therapy work, psychology. You could also be having some sex in the home. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie. Okay, home life could be good. There could be a lot of sex going on. September 25th, your ruling planet Mercury in your Virgo 4th house of home and family is going to trine Jupiter in your 12th house of spirituality, addictions, and mental health. So there could be a conversation. There could be a conversation about your past, maybe a conversation maybe that you're having with a mother figure where maybe you're healing that relationship, and that is really causing you to vibrate higher, if that makes sense. Maybe some of you are actually thinking of living abroad, or actually truly like making plans and going for it, because now Mercury is direct. So maybe you're actually making plans to move abroad in some way, or to move. And so for some of you, maybe you are organizing some kind of like, you know, a spiritual meditation corner in your house. Like maybe you're setting up like a little corner in your house and you have like a meditation pillow and some plants, you know, and some candles and some incense area, you know, like for your overall mental health and your spirituality factor. September 29th, the full moon in your Aries 11th house is going to oppose the sun in your 5th house, in your Libra 5th house. So this is a closing of a chapter, okay? There could be something that maybe is illuminated to you about a dream or an aspiration of yours. This could be you needing to enforce your boundaries with a friend, or a friend trying to enforce their boundaries with you, to be completely honest. This could be about like what you want as opposed to what everybody else wants. So that could be kind of at odds. And September 30th, to close out the month, your ruling planet Mercury in your fourth house, your Virgo fourth house of home and family, is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 12th house. So this to me makes me feel like you're having some conversation in your home, or with a mother figure of some sort, or with some kind of family member about your spirituality or religious beliefs. It seems to be giving you some innovative ideas, or sparking maybe some kind of creativity in some way, really giving you some progressive thoughts and innovative thinking around mental health, addictions, and spirituality, or foreign travel. This could be you having some intuitive hits and intuitive downloads for your higher mind. It definitely feels like you guys are evolving, like mentally, spiritually, and all of that. And for some of you, you could have revelations around God, writing, publishing, any kind of legal matter that you're going through, like an aha moment. And this could also be writing, I think I said that, and also making sudden travel plans, which I also think I said, or moving. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Gemini, let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below, and make sure that you like and share the video. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk soon. Hey, Cancer, how are you? Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. Let's go ahead and get into it. So on September 4th, Venus is going to, sorry, I'm outside. There's bugs everywhere, so just ignore that. I'm going to do that a lot. Venus goes direct in your second house of your values, the money that you make, your self-worth and your self-value, and your priorities. So maybe you were revising some budgeting. Maybe you were budgeting while Venus was going retrograde, and now you know how you want to budget. Now you know how you want to spend your money, or you know how you want to prioritize your finances. It could also be you having more self-worth, you having more self-value, your self-esteem could start. You could feel like your self-esteem is growing in some way, and your confidence level as well. You could also move forward finally with a purchase now. For some of you, I would wait till Mercury goes direct, but hey, like, do you? So for some of you, if there was something that you wanted to buy, but you listened to your astrologer and you didn't go blow a bunch of money, now at this point, maybe you are realizing that you actually do want to spend money on this thing. Or maybe if you did spend money on while Venus was retrograde on something big, you could be kind of regretting it now. I'm not going to lie. You could also know which relationships that you should prioritize, which relationships actually value you and show you that by actions. It could also be you purchasing a home, or purchasing something for a home. And you could also be going forward with some kind of goal or dream that maybe you can make money from. On the same day, on September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo third house is going to trine Jupiter in your 11th house. So there could be some kind of past writing project that you're working on with a group. Maybe you're creating content, revising some kind of content to put out there in the public. Maybe you are creating content for some kind of social media, or maybe Instagram for some of you. It definitely could be that. But it feels like whatever it is that you're doing, it seems like the public is receiving it well, and it could also be benefiting your job in some way. You could be rethinking your mental health, that you seem to be benefiting from by a group or community that you've joined. And work could also be going better by other people helping you in some way. There could also be you going back or revisiting places that are maybe local to you. So maybe like your local neighborhood pub, or, you know, a library or something like that. And it could be that you're coming together at these places with friends or groups or communities that you are a part of, but it seems like these people are more spiritually aligned with you, I guess you could say. On the same day, Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your Taurus 11th house. So you could be rethinking or revising your aspirations, and your friendships and your goals and your dreams. And do these people truly align with me on a higher level? Where it is that I'm going, can these people come with me? And it seems like you're basically figuring out if this goal or dream or this aspiration or these friends or groups or communities that you're a part of, do they align with your higher self? Do they align with your beliefs? Okay. September 6th, there's a Mercury cazimi in your Virgo third house. So the third house is like riding, short distance travel, vehicles. Okay, maybe some of you are maybe thinking about buying a vehicle of some sort. Mercury Kazemi is when Mercury and the sun come together, and Mercury is basically burning in the heart of the sun. So it's kind of like Mercury going behind a curtain and getting ready to kind of come out and do something. And so you could be having some revelations, some insights, some downloads, maybe around some kind of writing project, or maybe around moving, or where you want to live, or what you need to learn in order to make more money of some sort, or even something maybe like in regards to creativity. Maybe you can how you can make money from a hobby, or some kind of creative project, or a podcast maybe, or something like that. Or maybe you hear something on a podcast, or maybe you read something and you're like, oh my God, this makes so much sense, and you can move forward. So on September 8th, the sun in your Virgo third house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 11th house. So the energy that you're putting into creating content or learning something or writing seems to be, once again, well received by friends. And there could be a group that you could be benefiting from when it comes to your higher aspirations. So maybe it's like the people that you know, like maybe you did create a podcast of some sort, and now like you have people spreading the word and your community's growing bigger, or maybe it's a writing project and you're benefiting somehow, your audience is growing somehow, or maybe some kind of content that you're putting energy into is being released out into the public, and maybe that's going really well. Okay. You could also be traveling. This could also be putting a lot of energy into traveling with friends, which is somehow like maybe you're networking locally, right? Maybe you're networking with people that are local to you, and it seems to be very beneficial for you. September 4th, there's a new moon in your Virgo third house, and it's going to trine Uranus in your 11th house. So there's a new beginning. Okay. Maybe you're getting a new car. Maybe you are actually finally starting that podcast. Maybe you finally feel like you have the numbers, or you have the audience, or you know enough people now where you can actually make a writing project move ahead, or now you realize, okay, this is where I want to live, or these are the kind of people that I want to spend my time and my energy with. It could be something in regards to your goals, or your aspirations, and it seems like maybe money could be coming through groups, or maybe kind of people are maybe coming to your aid in some way. Something is changing in a positive direction. Like it seems like something surprising or kind of shocking, but it's in a positive way. And it's in regards to some new beginning that you're having with writing, with maybe how you're thinking, maybe the way that you're communicating is different. Maybe your communication or your mindset is changing because of this new eclectic, new innovative, progressive kind of group that you're a part of. On September 15th, Mercury is going to go direct in your Virgo third house. So the rethinking, the redoing of, where you want to live, your local neighborhood, writing, and maybe something that you're learning can now move forward with more clarity. So maybe it was that you were actually studying some kind of skill set somehow, and maybe you were sharing it with a group or a community. Maybe you were, learning something from a group or a community, whatever it is. In regards to those matters, it seems like you have more clarity around that. September 17th, Venus in your Leo second house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 11th house. So spending money with or on friends. It looks like a lot of fun. Looks like you're having a really enjoyable time, hanging out with the best of them. I would say be careful not to break the bank, especially with Venus in your second house and squaring Jupiter. You could be spending too much money on friends or with friends somehow. You could blow a bunch of money on travel with friends as well. So I feel like it's generally a good time. Just make sure that you're not breaking the bank, and then you end up regretting it. September 19th is kind of a harder day. The sun in your Virgo third house is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces ninth house. So maybe what you've been putting energy to in regards to learning, maybe it could be disillusioned by a professor or a mentor or a guru. Maybe you also feel like you wanted to do some kind of foreign travel, and now you feel like you can't in some way, or you're a little confused maybe about where you want to go, or you feel like you don't have the documents or something of that nature. You can also start to become confused around what your higher beliefs are. It's like maybe somebody that you looked up to or something like that is telling you something that is very confusing and maybe deceiving, maybe maybe what you're saying is deceiving. You know, in my personal experience, it can also go both ways. So I feel like you're also maybe confused about what you need to be educating yourself on when it comes to your higher purpose, like what you should really be learning or what you should really be teaching yourself, that actually aligns with your higher self. Like, why do you want this thing? You know, it's kind of what I'm getting. On September 21st, the sun in your Virgo 3rd house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 7th house. So the energy that you're putting into learning your values and your priorities in regards to creativity or personal one-on-one relationships could be positively affecting your relationships with a partner or a child, or what you're learning or writing seems to positively be changing a business or an intimate relationship. On September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 4th house of home and family. So the focus and energy being put towards relationships with family, home, or creativity in the home, it may go really well. Just be careful that there's not any kind of like passive aggressive behavior going on. But otherwise, you know, there's just a lot of focus on your home, your family, and your private life. September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 3rd house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 11th house. So plans made with friends, any ideas you had for content writing or learning, it feels like something is benefiting in regards to your aspirations or goals. Then on September 29th, we're having a full moon in your Aries 10th house, and it's going to automatically oppose the sun in your 4th house, in your Libra 4th house. So it seems like there's a closing or a culmination regarding your career, your reputation, maybe some kind of responsibility that you have, or showing how you're showing up in the world. But it feels like something's kind of pulling at you in regards to your private life, or maybe a solar figure in the home needs you, or a family member needs you, or there's some kind of focus being put on your home that needs your attention. But it seems like you're closing out something in regards to your career, like you're asserting yourself more in your career, or maybe you're being less passive, maybe you're being more forward and you're implementing these boundaries with a boss, or you know, maybe there's something being revealed about a boss, or something being revealed about your career in some way, where you're having like an epiphany, or maybe you're going to change careers. But it feels more so like you are changing the way that you're showing up in the world by asserting yourself in some way and implementing strong boundaries. And then to close it out, on September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 3rd house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 11th house. So once again, any kind of writing projects, or it could just be you also being very chatty with friends, etc. You could be really attracting different kinds of people. It could also be you learning astrology. For some of you, maybe you're learning astrology with a group or a community, or maybe you're teaching astrology. Okay. But there's something that I feel like you've maybe developed in regards to a skill set between you and other people, or for other people, or maybe you are learning from other people some kind of skill set, and it seems like it's positively changing or bringing you some kind of like pennies from heaven, or some kind of insights, or some kind of positive change in regards to the company that you keep and the conversations that you're having. And there seems to be a lot of like back and forth. This is very like busy mental energy, Mercury trine Uranus, but it's positive. Whatever it is, it's very positive, and it could be bringing you a surprise in regards to your biggest dreams, goals, and aspirations. Okay, so thank you so much, Cancer. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like and share as well, and good luck on your September 2023. Bye. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your September 2023 horoscope. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So September 4th, Venus goes direct in your Leo 1st house. So I'm not going to lie, you guys are probably going to be feeling a hell of a lot better. Any reevaluations that you had around your appearance, or how you're showing up, or anything around your physical body or your identity could be more clear to you now. For a lot of you, you could even value more the way that you look, prioritizing yourself more, realizing and seeing your worth, your self-esteem could start to move forward. I will say this, any appearance changes that maybe you made during Venus direct, you could be kind of regretting now. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, for some of you, it could absolutely be that. And so maybe you dyed your hair pink during Venus retrograde, and now you're like, oh shit, like how am I gonna, this might cost me something to have to put it back. You know, for some of you, it definitely could be that. Venus does rule your 10th and your 3rd house. So once again, the way that you're showing up in the world could be changing for the better. the way you speak and the way you think and your mentality and the way that you're communicating could be different, or it could be changing in some way. There could be some writing projects that maybe you're working on that could be getting ready to be launched, especially after Mercury goes direct. And your career could also get ready to take off because you put more of an effort into learning something, or while Venus is retrograde, okay? Or maybe you're going to learn something so that your career can benefit and your reputation can benefit. On the same day, September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo second house of your self-esteem, self-worth, and self-value, and the money that you're making is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 10th house of career and reputation. So reprioritizing your values or just priorities in general could be really benefiting your career, benefiting how your boss sees you as well. Maybe your the way that your boss is perceiving you seems to be going really well. You could also be attracting more clients or support from your career. On the same day, on September 4th, Jupiter goes retrograde in your Taurus 10th house of career and reputation. So a lot of soul searching around your purpose or your mission in life, and possibly trying to figure out maybe how you can have more fun in your career, or wondering if your career really aligns with your higher purpose and your higher mission in your life. September 6th, the sun in your Virgo second house is going to conjoin Mercury in your Virgo second house. So this is going to be a Mercury cazimi. So this is when Mercury and the sun conjoin, and Mercury is at the heart of the sun to be kind of renewed. So this is like a revelation, insights, downloads, and like epiphanies. And it could be in regards to your values, your self-worth, how to make more money, how to maybe reach your highest potential in some way. You could have some kind of business idea, or you could be figuring out how to bring more money into your life, or how to get more people on your side. September 8th, the sun in your Virgo second house is going to trine Jupiter retrograde in your Taurus 10th house. So the energy that you're putting into your income seems to be really helping you expand your career, helping how the people view you, or maybe how your clients view you, how a boss views you out in the world, what you prioritize, or your values seem to be giving a boost to your career and your reputation as a whole. On September 14th, the new moon in your Virgo second house is going to trine Uranus retrograde in your Taurus 10th house of career and reputation. So maybe the idea or the insight that you had around the Mercury cazimi, which was on the 6th, maybe that's finally coming into play. Like whatever that epiphany was, whatever that idea was, whatever that conversation was, seems like you're having this new sense of priorities, or you're having this new sense of self-esteem, this new sense of self-worth and self-value. And there could be some positive or gentle change in regards to your career and reputation. So I feel like a lot of eyes are on you, especially with your first house, Venus going direct in your first house, and then Jupiter being in your 10th, Uranus being up there. I feel like all eyes are on you right now. September 15th, Mercury is finally going direct in your Virgo second house of self-worth, self-esteem, and the money that you're making and the money that you're spending. So there's more clarity around these topics. There's more clarity around how to make money, around how you want to spend money. Maybe you were rethinking your budget in some way. Maybe you were, trying to figure out maybe you're bringing back an old stream of income, and now you're finally deciding like, yes, that is for me, or maybe it's not, definitely some maybe conversations you were having with yourself about your self-worth and your self-value and your self-esteem. Whatever this is, you have more clarity around these things, and the things that you prioritize as well is really moving forward. You know exactly what you need to prioritize in your life. On September 17th, Venus in your Leo first house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 10th house. So the square is kind of the same energy as Mars, so it can definitely be like a conflict. It's one of the nastier aspects. However, the positive about this is that Venus and Jupiter are both benefic planets. So Venus is the lesser benefic and Jupiter is the greater benefic. So even with an aspect like a square, even in opposition, it still can come out positive. So it seems like the changes that you've made are once again benefiting how people see you. Benefiting your career. For some of you, it could be, like too much of a good thing. Like maybe you're getting famous, or you just feel like a lot of eyes are on you right now. And it could be unwanted attention. Like maybe you could get kind of sick of it a little bit, or it could go the other way where some of you are trying too hard to get attention, like, soaking it up, you know what I mean? Which is like, hey, you are a Leo after all, right? This could also be that for some of you, maybe some things that you know, maybe you're being like very outspoken, okay, in like a public arena in some way. I would just be careful because Jupiter ruling your eighth house of like secrets, you know, I would just be cautious with like what you're saying. There could also be like romance in public or some kind of PDA if you're in some kind of relationship, or it could be romance with a boss or a superior, okay? On September 19th, I don't really like this day. The sun in your Virgo second house is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces eighth house. So something could happen where like a partner maybe starts to lose out on some money or has some like serious debts, and maybe you need to kind of pick up the pieces in some way, or maybe you have to like up your workload, kind of pick up the pieces. Maybe you could want to spend money on something, but someone tells you that you owe a debt in some way. I would be careful with this, just because you could be getting like financially scammed. Be careful of like financial. Neptune can be like scams, you know, lies, like something's not right. So I would be careful about either a partner deceiving you, or like one time, for instance, one time I had a debt that I owed, and I had a fake company call me to pay the $700 or whatever it is. And I paid it, and I ended up never paying the debt. I got scammed. So, you know, maybe it's something like that. I would say stand in your values, okay? There could be people or somebody like trying to challenge your boundaries, or challenge the changes that you've made. I would say like stand in your power with that. On September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo second house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn sixth house. So I feel like the focus that you've been putting into watching your diet could be positively transforming your health and maybe your body. You putting energy into or taking the lead into a stream of income, or how you're making money is changing your work for the better, and maybe giving you more power at your job as well. Maybe you are delegating some tasks or having somebody help you with the minor day-to-day, so that way you can focus on bigger picture stuff. I also think that you guys are able to make more money because you have delegated tasks to somebody else. So maybe you hire a personal assistant or something like that, and they do these day-to-day things, and you're able to focus on making more money. On September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra third house. So there could be just more focus on, you know, maybe you're wanting to move, maybe it's a writing project, maybe your mentality or the way that you're communicating. It could be something around putting energy into extended family or your local neighborhood. Maybe you're hanging out around your local neighborhood or something like that. Maybe there's a lot of energy that you're putting into a vehicle. On September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo second house is going to trine Jupiter retrograde in your Taurus 10th house. So once again, plans, your priorities, the things that you value the most, the money, all of that stuff, it's benefiting your career and your reputation, or your career is benefiting your pocketbook, basically. And then on September 29th, we have the full moon in Aries in your ninth house, and it's going to oppose the sun in your third house. So there could be closing a chapter in regards to travel, education, something about a guru or a mentor that you're working with, or some kind of legalities. For some of you, maybe you're wanting to focus on like higher education, but maybe there's a course or like a skill set that you need to perfect before you can actually do that. Or maybe you guys have to, if you guys want to travel abroad in some way, maybe you're needing to you know, find the paperwork in some way, or maybe you feel like you're needing to assert your values and your beliefs to somebody. Okay. And then last but not least, Mercury in your Virgo second house of the money that you're making, self-worth and self-value, is going to trine Uranus retrograde in your Taurus 10th house. So, you know, once again, you're prioritizing things, you know, you're scheduling things properly, you know, and your values are more clear, what you want to possess, all of that stuff. It seems to be changing your career and your reputation and how people view you in a very positive direction. Okay. So Leos, thank you guys so much. Make sure that you comment in the comment section and let me know how this is working out for you. Make sure that you like and you share and you subscribe if you have not already. And good luck to you for September 2023. Hi Virgos, how are you? Welcome to your September 2023 horoscope. So let's go ahead and get started. On September 4th, Venus is going to go direct in your Leo 12th house of mental health, spirituality, and addictions. So there could be a relationship behind the scenes that was up for review in some way, or maybe that you were dealing with. Maybe it was somebody that was a foreigner or somebody that was at a distance. You could either decide to end this or actually go forward with it. Your spirituality, your spiritual values, or your mental health could be more clear now, or you could have a better understanding around some kind of mental health issue. Maybe there was some kind of relationship that you have with a therapist. I'm not saying romantic, but maybe you're deciding either to move forward or to cash that out with some kind of therapist. I think that a lot of you, the self-love or the time that you've spent with yourself may have given you a new sense of self-worth or self-value, or maybe you started to realize the things that maybe you need to value more, or things that you need to reprioritize more to better help or assist your mental health. This could also be if you guys were revisiting some kind of old creative project or old creative way that could have been very healing for you. 12th house can be like film, creativity, writing. It can be stuff like that. So maybe you are moving forward with something like that, or maybe you're moving forward or thinking about some kind of travel plans now, or maybe for some of you, maybe you have a business that can now make more money from foreign shores or foreign lands. On the same day, September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo first house of self is trining Jupiter in your Taurus ninth house of long distance travel, higher education, spirituality, religion. There's a reanalyzation of yourself. And I think what's going on, Virgo, honestly, it seems like you are really expanding your consciousness. You are really reanalyzing your belief system. And it's around you, like you thinking about yourself, you reanalyzing yourself and what's true to you and your highest good and your higher self, etc. It seems to be benefiting, like expanding your higher mind in some way. It could also be you revisiting a place that you've been before. Maybe you're traveling back to go visit somewhere before. Maybe you're thinking of moving abroad. Jupiter rules your fourth house of your home and property, or maybe you're going to see your family, or maybe you're going to see family at a distance in some way, or maybe family's coming to visit you, but it doesn't really feel like that. Jupiter also rules your seventh house of your one-on-one relationship. So maybe if you have a long distance relationship or something like that, maybe you are trying to visit this person, or maybe you didn't want to get married, now you're thinking you do want to get married. Like something is expanding. Maybe like you're wanting a higher level of commitment in some way. For some of you, there could be an old legal case that resurfaces, and you could be the one where it turns in your favor in some way with Jupiter in your ninth house. A partner could also act as like a support system, or maybe there's a mentor or a guru that's really bringing you some insights or helping you in some way, or maybe you're rethinking some form of higher education. On the same day, on September 4th, Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your Taurus ninth house of foreign travel, mentors, gurus, spirituality, and your faith. So there could be something that you're readjusting, like in regards to a belief system. It's like you're going back and you're kind of rethinking things. Maybe you're rethinking, if you want to get married, like I said before, you're rethinking that. You're going within and you're thinking about, who you are and your belief system and how that relates to you as a person. Maybe a family member could be revisiting a place they've been before, or legalities around home and property matters, or family matters are back up for a review. I will say for the most part, I think that it's going to this is benefiting you because Jupiter is in your ninth house of legality. So any kind of legal issues, etc., things like that, I feel like they could really go in your favor. But to me, this feels like I'm not going to say it's a crisis of faith, but it's definitely like a reevaluation around that, or a reevaluation around partners and like higher commitment to partners. On September 6th, the sun in your Virgo first house is going to conjoin Mercury in your Virgo first house. So this is a Mercury Kazemi. This is when the planet Mercury and the sun come together, and Mercury is in the heart of the sun. So this is like downloads, epiphanies, big realizations, insights around you, yourself, your identity, your appearance. This whole month for you really feels like you and yourself and your higher self, the relationship that you have with God, the relationship you have, to yourself and your higher self, and who you want to be on a higher level and what's in your highest good. That's what it really feels like. Mercury does rule your 10th house of reputation, career, and also your status. Are you single? Are you a parent? Are you taken? The sun rules your 12th house of spirituality and mental health. So for some of you, you're getting to be known as more spiritual in the public eye, or you're wanting to be more spiritual in the public eye in some way. And I feel like for some of you, you're having like an epiphany around a mental health issue or an addiction that you've had, and you're having some big insights, and maybe you're becoming like a religious advocate, or like an advocate for like spirituality, or for people with addictions or something like that, or people that have lost their faith in some way. Whatever it is, it's positive. It's about you, okay, and like mental health and all that stuff. On September 18th, the sun in your Virgo first house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus ninth house. So the time you spent alone, the time you spent in with creativity, the time that you've spent you know, working on your mental health and any addictions or self-sabotaging behaviors, or if it is creativity, that's kind of coming out to play, or something is benefiting you on a higher level. There's like more positivity, more vitality, a more understanding of who you are and your faith, and any work that you've done behind the scenes in regards to mental health or addiction seems to be benefiting your relationship to God, your relationship to spirituality, your relationship to a higher being. It's expanding your purpose, it's expanding your potential, it's expanding your higher self. There could be a focus on maybe higher education, maybe you want to go to a university or something like that, or maybe you are actually winning a legal battle, or maybe there's a positive relationship that you're having. Maybe you are deciding, this is who I am, this is what I want to be a husband, I want to be a wife, or something like that. Or there could be some great insights, like you're benefiting from some kind of mentor or guru, or maybe a partner is a mentor or a guru for you. You know, we don't realize that our partners a lot of the times are teachers for us, right? It's just disguised. There could be you exploring your ancestry and your spirituality, and your faith seems to be making you more confident. A lot of eyes on you at this time as well. On September 14th, there's a new moon in your Virgo first house, and it's going to trine Uranus in your Taurus ninth house. So there's a beginning around you, your appearance, your identity, how you're showing up in the world. This could be like your perspective has changed, you know, your complete and utter perspective has changed, like for the better, like in a very different, innovative, out of the box way. There could be you working with a spiritual guru, or a spiritual mentor, or a spiritual teacher. Your educational habits may be making you more confident. Things that you've learned could be making you more confident. And some of you could be renting abroad. Okay. Uranus rules your sixth house of tenancies. September 15th, Mercury goes direct in your Virgo first house. So woo, right? Mercury is exalted in Virgo. It does the best in Virgo. So I don't feel like, honestly, this was even that bad of a Mercury retrograde with all the trines that Mercury was making. But because this is your ruling planet, you're going to start feeling better on an individual level anyway. I feel like whatever you were reanalyzing about yourself, the things that you were thinking about, how you want to show up in the world, anything around reputation, status change, your career, etc., things seem to be a lot more clear to you, and you're going to start feeling fucking awesome. Okay. Also, things with your career could be kind of starting to take off a little bit, especially in October. September 17th, Venus in your Leo 12th house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 9th house. So you could be spending too much money on travel, or travel with a partner. Okay. For some of you, absolutely could be doing that. There could be a lot of bedroom pleasures with a partner that could feel very spiritual to you. There could be some, I would be cautious as well, because now a square is the same energy of Mars, or similar energy of Mars. So it can be like a conflict, or it can be too much of a good thing, because Venus is the lesser benefic and Jupiter is the greater benefic. So even though it's like a conflicting aspect, it's still positive, because these are two positive planets. And so it's still going to have a positive outcome. So, where was I? Sorry. So you could start also feeling like whatever you've been reevaluating in regards to spirituality or God, there could be a little bit of self-righteousness that's kind of happening here. So be careful with that. Or maybe it's a partner. Okay. Maybe you feel like a partner is being very preachy, or maybe you're being very preachy in regards to like values and faith, and this is what this is, and the higher mind, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it can be that, but I feel like ultimately it's going to benefit like your spiritual practice, your higher mind, your higher purpose in some way, even something creative as well. This also could be a little bit of conflict. It's healthy conflict, but it could be a little bit of conflict between you and a partner about spirituality or religion, okay? Or like the higher mind. Kind of feels like egoic a little. On September 19th, the sun in your Virgo first house is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 7th house. So I don't really like this. just because it could be like a partner who's deceiving you about something. But in my personal experience, it could go both ways. So you could honestly be getting your ego involved and trying to deceive or manipulate a partner for some of you. There could be a partner who is maybe sick or going through some kind of health issues. I'm kind of wondering as well if maybe a partner is very sensitive around your identity or how you're acting or kind of how you're showing up. And there could be a disagreement a partner has around mental health or addictions. Sorry about that, Virgo. My computer is about to die. On September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo first house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn fifth house. There could be a lot of focus around fun, creativity, entrepreneurship, children, sex, dating. If single, for some of you, you could absolutely meet somebody like that's very local to you because Pluto does rule your third house of your local neighborhood. There could be like a writing project that's going really well, or a writing project that you're very focused on that's maybe very personal to you in some way. There could be you even taking the lead, okay, in the bedroom. You could be taking the lead in the bedroom with someone that you're dating, or maybe you meet somebody out and about and they're very sexy, very mysterious, somebody that very much like pulls you towards them in some way. And it feels very positive. It's like very sexy, you know. You could also be going around town and having a really good time with somebody that you're dating as well. Or maybe you know, your newfound identity in some way is transforming the way that you're having fun, or transforming your creative life, or transforming your relationship with somebody that you're dating, or even transforming your relationship that you have with a child. On September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra second house of the money that you're making, self-worth, and your self-esteem. More focus, more energy, more vitality towards making money, towards you prioritizing your mental health. Maybe Leo rules your 12th house. You have Leo in your 12th house, and there could be a lot more focus on your self-worth and self-value. On September 25th, your ruling planet Mercury in your Virgo first house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus ninth house. So any legalities, education, travel plans, spiritualities, that stuff could be, you could be really taking the initiative and expanding that area of your life, or maybe you're winning something in a legal battle. I feel like you're the one that's making this happen. With Mercury in your first house, I feel like you're the one that's doing it. Maybe there's a career expansion, or maybe a relationship is finally taking off. Maybe you are proposing. For some of you, could be proposing, okay? Wanting to take that relationship to a higher level. Maybe a partner's proposing. I don't know. It doesn't even have to be that, to be honest. There could be legal cases that are also working out in your favor around this time. And I feel like your perspective of yourself and of your faith and God is also changing. And this could also be really receiving some insights from a partner, like some spiritual religious insights or something like that. And then we have September 29th, there's going to be a full moon in your Aries 8th house, and it's going to oppose the sun in your Libra 2nd house. So, you know, the 8th house represents sex, death, transformation, debts that you owe, taxes, loans, or a partner's money, secrets, the occult. So there could be a chapter ending, or a closing, or a culmination around these things. Maybe you have to pay off a debt, or maybe a secret comes out. This could also be maybe a partner really implementing their boundaries with you, okay? Or maybe you're doing that with a partner, because it seems like one maybe is trying to possess the other, or be too possessive, or something like that. And somebody could be kind of like fighting back, or something, okay? Like implementing a boundary. And like, this is me, and this is who I am, and, you know, taking the lead in some way. On September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo first house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 9th house. So there could be a spiritual conversation that you're having with a coworker. Maybe you get some insights. Maybe you give them some insights in some way. There can be you changing your beliefs once again in a positive way. There could be you making travel changes to better accommodate your schedule as well, okay? So thank you so much, Virgo. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Also make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not. Good luck for your September 2023 Virgos, and happy birthday. Bye. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. I hope that you guys are doing awesome. Let's go ahead and get into it. So on September 4th, Venus, your ruling planet, is going to go direct in your Leo 11th house of friendships, groups, communities that you're a part of, and your bigger dreams, goals, and aspirations. Venus is your ruling planet. So once Venus starts going direct, especially when Venus comes out of its shadow period in early October, you're going to start feeling a lot better. You're going to have more clarity around your self-worth, your self-value, your appearance, values around friends, groups, communities, the things that you want to do, your bigger goals, your bigger dreams, your aspirations, etc. All of that stuff is going to be a lot more clear, and you're either going to move in that direction or you're going to move in another direction when it comes to your goals or when it comes to your friends. There could also be a secret about a friend that could kind of come out finally. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Sorry about that. I'm outside and like the bugs are just, they're out, honey. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. There could be some kind of secret that comes out about a friend somehow that could cause some kind of drama, or it could be a secret about you. Okay. I'm not even going to lie. Some things to kind of come to light. There could be some karmic debts or actual debts maybe that you're needing to pay, or maybe a friend owes you money somehow, and maybe you're finally getting that money. Maybe you owe a friend money and now they're finally getting that money as well. Keep that in mind. On the same day, Mercury in your Virgo, September 4th, Mercury in your Virgo 12th house of spirituality and mental health is going to trine Jupiter in your 8th house. So mental health or addictions seem to be changing for the better. Maybe you're having some insights around those things. You could be having like a sexting conversation or a sexy conversation maybe with someone. Could be around bedroom pleasures as well. This could be you receiving money from behind the scenes somehow. Maybe, like I said, somebody owes you money, or for some of you, maybe you're I don't feel like it's you needing to pay, but it could be. But it feels like your finances are going to be better in some way. There could be some kind of spiritual practice behind the scenes that could be transforming your mental health, or maybe there's some kind of private discussion that you're having behind the scenes that's also for work or for your health that could be benefiting you financially. On the same day, September 4th, Jupiter is going retrograde in your Taurus 8th house of sex, death, transformation, tax, money that you owe, and debts. So this could be like you feeling maybe like you weren't supported as much, but even when Jupiter is retrograde, it's still beneficial. So there could be a convo about you like sharing resources. Maybe it's your partner going back and maybe they're having like some kind of like reevaluation around trauma or around secrets they've kept, or it's still positive though. That's the thing. So whatever it is, this could be very healing for you, especially on some kind of spiritual level. Then on September 6th, the sun in your Virgo 12th house of mental health and spirituality is going to conjoin Mercury in your Virgo 12th house of spirituality and mental health. So this is going to be a Mercury Cazimi. So this is when Mercury and the sun come together. Mercury is in the heart of the sun. So this is insights, downloads, epiphanies, some big aha moments around these matters, around 12th house matters, around foreign travel, around addictions, mental health, or even creativity. Maybe you're having some big insights around like something creative that you want to make. Maybe you're a screenwriter and you just are meditating and all of a sudden you have this big grandiose idea, and it's like it's totally something that maybe you can ground in reality. On September 14th, we're having on September 8th, we're having the sun in your Virgo 12th house and it's going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 8th house. So there's a lot of focus and there's a lot of energy around maybe some alone time, or maybe around spirituality and your creativity. Your mental health could be transforming you. Maybe you're transforming spiritually. Maybe you're transforming financially in some way. Maybe there's some kind of sexual healing that you have, some very intimate moments that you're having, maybe with a partner of some sort. You could have a lot of support from friends, groups, or communities in regards to your mental health and maybe your mental creativity, your creativity. Sorry, I've been doing these readings all day and I'm kind of like going around with my words here. You could have a lot of support or friends or from friends or groups or communities that you're a part of in regards to your creativity, or you could have a support group in regards to your mental health or your spirituality as well. I'm not going to lie, for some of you, you could be sleeping with one of your friends. Just putting that out there. Okay. Just putting that out there because the sun does rule your 11th house of friendships, groups, and communities. Jupiter does rule your 8th house of sex. It definitely could be maybe sex with a friend, or maybe you're working on some kind of creative project with a group that you are a part of or with a friend. There could also be some kind of work behind the scenes to raise resources for some kind of like humanitarian thing going on. On September 14th, the new moon in your Virgo 12th house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 8th house. So there's a new beginning in regards to spirituality, mental health, addictions, creativity. You're going to hear me talk about the 8th and the 12th house a lot for September. Okay, you got a lot going on there, or around your bedroom pleasures and what you like in the bedroom. You could have a new sexual partner, or there could be new experimentations that's going on in the bedroom with a partner. There could be healing around past, or maybe some kind of karma is being released. Karma or healing with the child or someone you're dating can heal you now, or there could also be sexual healing that is present and possible for you now. There also could be some new creative venture that could be bringing you some financial support, or something that you're working on creatively could actually be very healing for you. On September 15th, Mercury will go direct in your Virgo 12th house. So any reevaluations, any rethinking, and any reanalyzations around your mental health, around spirituality, around foreign travel or addictions can progress now. So you can have more clarity around these things or around these matters, or maybe you are wanting to move forward with that creative project. And now you're like, okay, the insights I had around the Mercury Cazemion, I think it was September 6th. Now I know how I can make this or ground this into reality, because Virgo can be about like actually making something happen and working on the details to actually make something go forward. And Mercury is also exalted in Virgo, so it does the best in Virgo as well. So this hasn't been really that bad of a Mercury retrograde anyway. On September 17th, Venus in your Leo 11th house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 8th house. So you could be benefiting financially from other people's resources, or because of who you are deciding to associate yourself with. So your Venus, so you could... Okay, so just hear me out, right? So this is a square, okay? So it's a harder aspect, so it's not easy. However, it's a square between the most benefic planets in astrology, so Venus and Jupiter. So even though it can be very positive, it can be like too much of a good thing. So I'm not gonna lie, for some of you, because you are the archetype of Venus, so whatever Venus is doing can kind of be like what you got going on. So for some of you, you're kind of brown nosing or like kissing ass with like a group of people to kind of like climb your way to the top. Hey, I'm not judging. Okay. I'm also Venus ruled. Okay. I'm a Taurus rising. I'm just saying. September 19th, I don't really care for this day. The sun in your Virgo 12th house is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 6th house. So there could be like you trying to take more time for yourself, or maybe you're trying to focus on some creative project, or it's like you just want to spend time alone, but like something else is calling you, or maybe there's some kind of health issue, like actual physical health issue, or maybe your physical health has suffered because you've just been like kind of doing nothing in the background. I'm not saying you haven't been doing anything, but maybe you haven't really been, maybe you've been focusing on more of this spiritual instead of the physical. And so maybe there's something that kind of needs to balance out here. So maybe needing to hit the gym a little bit more, maybe needing to, because the 12th house, I mean, you do have Virgo in the 12th house. So it's not too bad, but this is kind of like opposite here, right? Because Virgo is the natural ruler of the 6th house, where Pisces is the natural ruler of the 12th house. So you kind of have like this opposite thing going on here. So I feel like maybe your physical health is kind of suffering, or your schedule is kind of being put on the back burner because you just want to like hang out and be solo dolo and not like do any of your day-to-day tasks that you really need to do. On September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 12th house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 4th house. So you're putting energy into researching your ancestry from behind the scenes for some of you. Maybe you're trying to figure out like where you come from, your ancestry, like I said. This could also be mental health focused, or behind the scenes could transform your emotional life, or is healing a lot of wounds from your childhood. This could be you taking the lead or taking your power back from a family member or your family, or in regards to some kind of home situation. And this could also be like something that you find out about your ancestry that's like, oh my God, it can be very, it's positive, but it's, Pluto is about like getting down to the bottom of something, or getting down to the bottom of of your fourth house, getting down to the bottom of your past, getting down to the bottom of like your family secrets, or, you know, but it's not bad. It's something that's actually benefiting you in some way. So September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra first house. So more energy, more focus on your appearance, your body, your self-improvement. So maybe with that sun Neptune opposition, you're actually realizing, okay, I need to focus more on like my actual physical body and take care of my physical health and start working out more, etc. So it could be that. It could also be you making more moves to reach your goals by networking with more people. September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 12th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 8th house. So this could be you making travel plans now. Or are you getting ready to go ahead and make these travel plans or schedule these travel plans because maybe you have the resources now? This could be you just spending money on travel in some way. Maybe it's like a spiritual retreat. And yeah, September 29th, a full moon in your Aries 7th house is going to oppose the sun in your Libra 1st house. So a full moon is a closing, a culmination, an ending. And this is going to be around a relationship of yours. Maybe, and I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to be totally honest with you. Okay. I feel like the partner or the other person or the client, whoever it is, has the power in the situation a little bit. It seems like there's somebody here who's asserting their boundaries with you, or they're implementing some kind of boundary, or they're taking the lead in some area, but it kind of feels like an ego battle between you and this person just because the sun is in your first house. It feels like the other person is ending it, or the other person is the one that is implementing this boundary in some way. And it may because maybe like a partner doesn't agree how goal focused you are right now, or how you're focusing on these other aspirations, or the groups or communities that you're a part of, or the people that you're associating with. Maybe they don't like that. So, sorry guys, I think I need to take a break. On September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 12th house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 8th house. So something is changing in a surprisingly positive direction when it comes to maybe paying off a debt, or something positive is happening for you financially through potential friends or lovers. And it could be because of a trip that you took or that you're trying to take, maybe. You could be benefiting financially because of what you've also been working on behind the scenes. So maybe some kind of like creative project or something like that. This can also represent kinky sex, okay? Or some kind of dirty talk between you and another person. All right, I'm just gonna keep it real. So thanks a lot, Libras. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like and share and subscribe if you have not already. And the absolute best of luck to you for September 2023. Talk soon. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. So let's go ahead and get into it. On September 4th, Venus is going to go direct in your Leo 10th house of career and reputation. So the reevaluation that you did while Venus was retrograde around your career, around how you want to be seen out in the world, it seems like those things can move forward, or those things seem more clear to you. Maybe something that you've been working on behind the scenes creatively, and maybe something that you've been working on behind the scenes in general for your career. Maybe you are getting ready to launch that now. There could be some kind of old business partners from the past, maybe that came back in some way, or maybe some clients or something like that. Maybe you're deciding to either keep them or release them. And it could be also around your appearance and how you're showing up in the world can may move forward. If there was any, if there was, okay. If there was any reevaluation or impulsive decisions, especially with those squares that Venus was making to Uranus during the time that Venus was retrograde around your career, you could be regretting those now. Okay. That's not for all of you. Just keep that in mind. On the same day, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo 11th house of groups and communities and your biggest dreams and aspirations is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 7th house of clients, one-on-one partnerships, and intimate relationships. So there could be your client, business, or personal relationships seems to be bringing you abundance. Maybe you are getting It feels like because of the networking that you've been doing, it seems like you could be benefiting, like your dreams and your aspirations, and maybe you're getting some financial windfalls somehow. You know, the 11th house can be like pennies from heaven, financial windfalls in some way. So maybe you're benefiting because of the people that you're surrounding yourself with. You may attract some more fun people into your life, some more creative people into your life, some more abundant people, or even people that are business owners. The same day, September 4th, Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your Taurus 7th house. So there could be an old mentor or an old guru or a business partner, or maybe a relationship that could come back around, or this could be more so, I'm not really seeing it like that, to be honest, but of course could be this to me as well. If you have like a intimate one-on-one relationship, this person could be going through like I don't want to say crisis of faith, because even when Jupiter is retrograde, it's still very positive. It seems like this person is reevaluating themselves, reevaluating the relationship in general that they have with you. And you could really feel like your partner is doing a lot of self-reflection and going inward. And maybe you feel like they're a little less enthusiastic than usual, but maybe you feel like they're evolving spiritually, or they're getting ready to, or maybe there's also some like legal contracts that are up for review in regards to business or marriage or something like that. On September 6th, the sun in your Virgo 11th house of friends, groups, communities, and your bigger goals, dreams, and aspirations is going to conjoin Mercury in your 11th house. So this is called a Mercury Cazimi. So this is when Mercury and the sun come together. So Mercury is in the heart of the sun. So this is kind of like Mercury going behind the red curtain, getting ready to come out with something. So this is like insights, downloads, epiphanies, maybe around, maybe you meet somebody that's very important that you could benefit financially from, or increase, somehow you figure out how to increase your finances through other people, maybe in some way, or maybe you have some insights on how to make more money by turning one of your dreams into an actual career. Okay, maybe it's through the help of like another person or a group of people. Perhaps maybe you have like, maybe you're on social media and you have like an audience. On September 8th, the sun in your Virgo 11th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 7th house. So because of the creative energy that you're putting online or in a larger social circle, or because of the networking that you've been doing, it seems like you could be attracting more clients, or more people, or more like-minded people, or people that are business owners. Or for some of you, if you're single, you could meet like a very valuable partner, or a very spiritual partner, or maybe this is somebody who's kind of acts like a guiding light for others, or somebody you know, who could benefit you in some way and that you could benefit from. It could be also that a partner is benefiting from your networking skills. September 14th, there's a new moon in your Virgo 11th house of your goals, aspirations, and groups or communities and friendships. And it's going to trine Uranus in your 7th house of partnerships and clients. So I feel like your networking is really paying off. Maybe you're signing some kind of contract with a business partner and that's benefiting you financially. You could end up developing a new friendship of some sort that turns into something more romantic. So keep that in mind. Okay. For some of you, you could start a dream business inside of your home, or you and a partner that you live with, or maybe that you want to live with, goes into business with you. On September 15th, there's going to be Mercury going direct in your 11th house of friends, groups, communities, and your biggest dreams, goals, and aspirations. So whatever you are reevaluating or reanalyzing or rethinking or reassessing around friends, groups, communities, or your bigger dreams or goals can simply move forward, and you have more clarity on these matters. On September 17th, Venus in your Leo 10th house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 7th house. For some of you, maybe it's a relationship with a boss. Okay. Maybe it's a relationship with a superior in some way, or maybe somebody that's older than you, or maybe you're the older person. There could be a relationship at work that is causing some people to watch. Like, it seems like it could be a relationship that seems to be very public, maybe between you and a Venusian person, or you and a like Jupiterian person, or something like that. It could be like PDA, or it could be like some PDA or something like that, like at the workplace, or it just seems very public to me. It could also be a partner that's spending a lot of time at work or traveling for work, or maybe you are, and while you're working, like a partner could miss you. These are, even though it's a square, which is more of a conflicting or harder aspect, it's still between the most benefic planets in astrology, so Venus and Jupiter. So even though it's a hard aspect, it's still positive. There could also be a lot of like gift giving between you and a partner, and really wanting to, you know, show your partner off to the world, or your partner wants to show you off to the world. It could also be a career that's bringing in a lot of clientele, but it could be so much that it's almost overwhelming, or maybe you feel like you can't handle it a little bit. Maybe you are you're a life coach or something, and you really put yourself out there and you did a lot of networking, and now you opened up your scheduling, and now you have so many clients that you literally can't even handle it. Okay. So I'm just putting that out there. On September 19th, I don't really care for this day. Definitely my least favorite day of September. The sun in your Virgo 11th house of friendships, groups, communities, goals, and aspirations is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 5th house of someone you're dating, creativity, romance, children. It could be that somebody you're dating could dislike your friends or disagree with your goals in some way, or maybe your friends disagree with somebody that you're dating. It could be that. Or a group endeavor could be a big focus, while your own personal creativity and self-expression suffers at the hands of a group. So maybe you're really wanting to, insert yourself in some way, or really focus on what you're doing, right, on your personal stuff. But there could be a group or a community that you're a part of that's more like group focused for some of you. September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 11th house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 3rd house. So maybe a podcast or a writing project could bring you more wealth and maybe some positive transformation because of the networking that you've been doing or the people that you know. So you're Pluto. So whatever Pluto's doing, you're kind of the archetype of Pluto. So whatever Pluto is doing is kind of what you're doing. So it feels like you're changing. I think that your thinking and even the way you communicate for the better is also changing. I think that you're finding a lot more power in your voice, and maybe you are being more outspoken in some way. You could also be it could also be like where you're frequenting or the company that you're keeping. It seems like maybe that's also changing, or maybe you used to hang out here, but now because of the company that you're keeping, now you're hanging out in more influential places where you're hanging out with more powerful people. On September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 12th house of spirituality, mental health, and addictions. So you may be focusing on your goals now in a more private setting, or maybe behind the scenes, or focusing more on your mental health and spirituality, focusing on a creative project for work, and maybe you're doing it alone. September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 11th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 7th house. So a business partner is either benefiting from a group, or the more you network, the more content that you create is the more clientele that you're bringing in. September 29th, there's going to be a full moon in your Aries 6th house of health, day-to-day routine, and coworkers, but it's going to be opposing the sun in your Libra 12th house. So this is like a culmination, a closing, a chapter ending in regards to your job, habits, health, or maybe something in regards to coworkers. For some of you, maybe you're quitting your job, or you're like having a Jerry Maguire moment where you're asserting your boundaries and you're like, I'm out of here. Or maybe a coworker is asserting their boundaries with you. It could be that you were ending some bad habits, so that way you can take care of your mental health, or you were ending some kind of bad habits that were affecting your mental health in a negative way. On September 30th, to end the month, we have Mercury in your Virgo 11th house, and it's going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 7th house. So talking, networking with people seems to be bringing in people from your past out of the blue, or introducing you to different and unique people that you feel comfortable with. It could feel like like-minded people. Okay. So thank you so much, Scorpio. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Also, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you are not already. Good luck to you, Scorpio. Bye. Hey Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your September 2023 horoscopes. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So on September 4th, Venus is going to go direct in your 9th house. So your values around faith, God, spirituality, religion, education can feel more clear around this time. Any travel plans, especially after Mercury goes direct on the 14th or the 15th, can feel more clear, or you can feel like you can go ahead with those. Or maybe for some of you, you have rediscovered your faith around this time, or maybe you went back to, during Venus retrograde, maybe you went back to an old place that you have been before. You may make time for more travel or publishing something. Because with these Venus squares to your 6th house of work and scheduling, work or your schedule could have been stopping you from pursuing these things. So maybe now you are going forward with that. Mercury on the same day on September 4th, Mercury in your Virgo 10th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 6th house. So Mercury retrograde in your 10th house could have had you taking maybe a break from your job, or maybe you are actually going back to work, or you've been back to work in some way, or maybe if you took time off for travel, or you just took time off in general, maybe you're actually going back to work. Mercury rules your 7th house. So scheduling or rescheduling with old clients, going back or revisiting conversations with clients about your work and what you can offer and when is going to be up for discussion. Also, a boss or a supervisor could be informing you and other coworkers about any scheduling changes. Mercury is also going to trine Jupiter. So you're Jupiter. So I feel like ultimately you're the one that's benefiting from this. I don't feel like this is a bad thing at all. On the same day, September 4th, Jupiter going retrograde in your 6th house. So this is your ruling planet. The 6th house is your day-to-day, your work, your health, and your routine. So for some of you, you are trying to take time off of work to spend more time at home. That could absolutely be what it is. Or maybe there's some kind of health issue that is causing this, or maybe you're just deciding to work from home and you feel like maybe that's what's best for you. You could also be thinking about how your philosophy in regards to your physical health relates to your emotional health and vice versa. On September 6th, you're going to have a Mercury cazimi in your 10th house of career and reputation. So a Mercury cazimi is when Mercury and the sun conjoin, when they come together, and Mercury is at the heart of the sun. So this is like an epiphany, a revelation, a download, some kind of insight in regards to what it is that you need to learn for your career, or what you've learned from your career, or some kind of maybe travel opportunity comes in for your work or because of your work. There could be some new client that's somehow going to improve your reputation, or maybe it's like a word of mouth thing, or they improve your career, or maybe you have a promotion, or maybe you come together with some kind of business partner that's going to benefit your career and your reputation. This could also be information that a boss or a superior provides to you. That could be very beneficial and seems to be very positive, or a relationship with a boss or a superior could possibly improve. On September 8th, the sun in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 6th house of day-to-day work, routine, and health and scheduling. So this is very, very, this is very beneficial for you, because once again, you are the archetype of Jupiter. So whatever's going on with Jupiter is basically what's going on with you. So with all these trines that are happening for Mercury this month to Jupiter, I feel like you guys are going to be happy-go-lucky. You guys are going to be feeling great. Seems like you're being more efficient, more productive, and this is going to be possible because there's something going on with like your schedule is going to allow it, or your work's going to allow it, or your boss is going to allow it. This is also more positive developments in regards to your productivity levels, career, and the time that you have for yourself. On September 14th, you're going to have a new moon in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation, which is going to trine Uranus in your 6th house of day-to-day work, health, and routine, and your job. So this is maybe a promotion, like I was talking about. Maybe this relationship that you've been improving with your boss, or how other people see you, maybe this is up for discussion now. Maybe it's time to maybe move in another direction. Maybe you're starting a new career of some sort. There's some kind of new beginning here. But with Saturn and Neptune in your 4th house, you could feel like something that is in regards to your home could need your attention. Like, I don't know if there's a sick family member, or a sick mother, or somebody that's sick, maybe, or maybe you just moved, or maybe need to renovate your home or something like that. So it feels like you're being pulled into two different directions between your career and how you're showing up in the world and what's going on in your home life. You'll also start thinking about a lot of sacrifices you made and ask yourself, like, what needs to be changed? Or is this can I really do this? With that trine to Uranus in your sixth, you could be finding someone to help you with your workload. So like having somebody come by and water your plants, or having somebody come by and, doing your day-to-day tasks. So you can focus on other things like an errand boy, maybe you're hiring a maid or an errand boy or a nurse for a sick family member. So you can focus more on your career. On September 15th, Mercury is going to go direct in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation. So after that new moon in Virgo and whatever that new beginning was in regards to your career, it seems like that's kind of moving forward. So things are probably going to get a lot busier with clients. It feels like you're going to be maybe getting some more information from a boss. It feels like you're going to be basically really booked and busy in regards to your career. Mercury is making great aspects to Uranus and your ruling planet Jupiter. So that's really positive. So overall, this is a very beneficial, busy motion forward. On September 17th, Venus in your Leo 9th house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 6th house. So taking time off of work to travel. Venus represents your 11th house of your goals, dreams, aspirations, friends, groups, and communities that you're a part of. Maybe you're deciding to travel with friends and kind of blow off of work. Whatever it is, it feels like you may be blowing off of work or blowing off some like day-to-day tasks, or maybe you delegate a task to somebody else so you can like go hang out with friends or something like that. Overall, beneficial. September 19th, the sun in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 4th house of home and family. So once again, there's this push-pull. Once again, back to the new moon in Virgo, where you were kind of being pushed and pulled between your career and how you're showing up in the world, and in regards to like a sick family member, renovations going on in regards to your home and your family. Now this is making an exact opposition now. So it's kind of coming into focus. So there's going to be something that you're really going to have to decide on, like whether or not you're going to, like, if you can take care of a sick family member, or maybe you have to move, like something about this will be a focal point for you. September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation is going to trine Pluto in your 2nd house of the money that you're making, self-worth, and self-value. So Pluto rules your 12th house of spirituality, mental health, addiction, self-sabotaging behaviors, creativity. The work that you've been doing out in the world is filling your pocketbook, is what that feels like. All of that work, all of that energy that you've been putting there seems to be making you more money in some way or raising your self-esteem. Some of you could also be spending money on foreign travel or creativity because of the money that you're making, and you're realizing, oh my God, I can like finally relax and like do what I want to do. September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 11th house of groups, communities, friendships, your bigger dreams, goals, and aspirations. So there's going to be more focus and energy towards that. Your 11th house, though, is more about everyone else, and where the sun is more about me. So it's like, the sun coming into the sun is like me, right? It's like me, and the 11th house is more we, okay? And so the sun does rule your 9th house of spirituality, your faith, and I feel like you could begin some kind of, maybe you're starting to become some kind of spiritual guide. Like it feels like you're kind of shining in regards to some kind of group or community that you're a part of. And you could end up becoming like some kind of mentor for some kind of group or community or something like that. And there could just be a very big focus on your goals, dreams, and aspirations, but it's going to be something that you feel aligns with your higher purpose in some way. And then we have September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 6th house of day-to-day work, routine, and health and schedule. So clients, career, business plan, and scheduling revisions that you were focused on the 4th seems to be smooth sailing now. So things seem to be moving forward in a positive direction, and you could be like benefiting in some way. September 29th, there's a full moon in your Aries 5th house. So there's like some kind of culmination or chapter closing in regards to maybe somebody that you're dating, or maybe some kind of project, or maybe something with a child is kind of coming to a close, or maybe somebody you're dating is asserting their boundaries with you, or maybe a child is asserting their boundaries with you, or maybe you're actually solidifying a relationship and you're like, hey, I want to take this to the next level. Or maybe you are finishing a project and you're putting it out to the public, and because there's going to be the opposition, And to the sun in your 11th, maybe you feel like a group or community or a friend isn't taking it very well, or maybe you're something that you're putting out into the public, like a child doesn't agree with, or somebody you're dating doesn't agree with, excuse me. A child could also be trying to close out something like legal, or maybe somebody you're dating is closing out something legal, or there could be legalities around children or around like somebody that you're dating. And to end the month, we have September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 6th house of day-to-day work, health, and routine. So it seems like you're benefiting from your career, or you may receive some really good news from a boss that makes you really happy. Okay. So thank you so much, Sagittarius. Let me know how this month is playing out for you in the comment section below, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk soon. Hey, Capricorns, hope that you are doing good. Welcome to your September 2023 horoscope. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So on September 4th, Venus is going to go direct in your 8th house of death, sex, taxes, loans, mortgages, inheritances. Venus does rule your 5th house of children, creativity, and romance, and also rules your 10th house of career and reputation. So for some of you, you could be deciding to move forward with some kind of relationship, maybe with somebody that you're dating. Maybe you're changing your relationship status from single to dating, or dating to maybe married for some of you, or even married to single. A business deal could move forward. Now you could finally get the funds to maybe start that business that you wanted to start. It could also be that you decide to split with someone that you share resources with. So some kind of partner, or maybe business partner. It could also be that you want to take a financial risk or make some kind of investment on something. On the same day, September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your Virgo 9th house of higher education and travel and spirituality is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 5th house of dating, creativity, and romance. So it seems like you're getting maybe some good news from a partner, or about a partner, or maybe from or about a child in some way. You could be getting accepted into some kind of college, or focusing more on some kind of higher education. There could also be travel plans with kids, or with somebody that you're dating specifically. On the same day, Jupiter is going to go retrograde in your 5th house of dating, romance, creativity, and children. You're going to be hearing me say the 5th house a lot. Okay, you guys are having some stuff going on there, some aspects. So during the Mercury trine Jupiter transit, you could have been making plans or changes around 5th house matters. So dating, creativity, romance, children, entrepreneurship. If you guys hear my cat freaking out, she's like humping the wall and being weird, so just ignore it. You could also be reflecting on those changes at this time. You could be reflecting on what it is that actually makes you happy, what it is that brings you joy, the kind of person that you want to date if you're single, or it could really be you reflecting on the kinds of people that you want to allow into your life that bring you more joy, or the kind of partner that you want to be with. And September 6th, you're going to have a Mercury cazimi in your 9th house of foreign travel, higher education, and spirituality. So a Mercury cazimi is when Mercury and the sun conjoin together. Mercury is in the heart of the sun. This can be big ideas, big downloads, revelations, maybe with the sun ruling your 8th house, Mercury ruling your 6th and your 9th. This may be you getting huge revelation on how to win some kind of legal battle or legal case that you have been dealing with, or maybe you're having some kind of download or epiphany on how to change some habits, so that way you can implement a better routine, or how to work around a schedule to follow your higher purpose. So maybe there's something bigger that you want to do, something that your higher self is calling you to do, like a higher calling in some way. And so maybe you're trying to figure out how to maybe work smarter, not harder in some way. And there could also be some insights or epiphanies around decisions that you need to make about your religious or your spiritual beliefs. This feels like a big spiritual download, or like a message from God or something like that. September 8th, the sun in your Virgo 9th house of higher education, foreign travel, and spirituality is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 5th house of dating, creativity, and romance. So whatever happened during the cazimi on the 6th, I feel like that's going well, or that seems to be playing out in the way that you had hoped. So whether it's about like a legal case, or like a traveling a traveling opportunity with a partner or children or something like that, it feels like that maybe that's going well, whatever that may be for you on a personal level. And now, because maybe you've focused on that, you either have more fun or more romance or more creativity available to you in your life. Excuse me. On September 14th, there's going to be a new moon in your Virgo 9th house, and it's going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 5th house. So a new moon is like setting new intentions. It's like some kind of new beginning in regards to your spirituality, your faith, your relationship to God, your higher self, your higher mission, your higher purpose, your higher education. And it's going to trine Uranus, which is like change. And, you know, it can be shocking or surprising change, but it's making a positive aspect. So a trine is a harmonious aspect, and it's going to be trining Uranus in Taurus in your 5th house of dating, creativity, and romance. So maybe the course that you've written is doing really well for your business, or maybe something that you published has started to make you feel more confident in being able to express yourself in the way that you want, or in a more authentic way to you. Your higher, your philosophical mind seems to be in alignment with your authentic self-expression, or your creativity, or your romantic life. Okay, so maybe your intent is to attract a very specific kind of partner that is somebody you can marry. Maybe you're dating to marry, or something like that, okay, for some of you. On September 15th, Mercury is going direct in your 9th house of higher education, travel, learning, legalities, spirituality. So thinking, talking, reassessing, all of that stuff that you've been doing during the Mercury retrograde in regards to your 9th house matters, in regards to your faith, in regards to legalities, in regards to education or travel. It seems like that stuff can finally move forward now. There's more clarity around these things. On September 17th, Venus in your 8th house is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 5th house. So this feels like a very sexy time. This feels like maybe you are taking some financial risks. It seems like you're very confident in the bedroom for some of you that have an intimate partner. I would say be careful, because when Venus does square Uranus on the 29th, which I really don't talk about in this video, I kind of forgot it. And like 6 signs in, I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that transit. So just keep that in mind. When Venus squares Uranus on the 29th, you may end up regretting some kind of like financial risk that you took. On September 19th, not my favorite day, the sun in your Virgo 9th house is opposing Neptune in your Pisces 3rd house. So it feels like there's some confusion, maybe some paperwork that you need for school, or for traveling, or maybe like a spiritual retreat that you're trying to go on, or something like that. It feels like it could be iffy, or something gets lost in translation. Something could be a bit maybe like sketchy around some kind of legal documents that you need for some kind of case. The sun does rule your 8th house, so it could be something that ends up costing you money. So I would just double check everything, double check your documents, double check what it is that you're signing. Maybe you're trying to travel abroad, but you can't get like the details of something. There's basically something that you can't get your head around when it comes to 9th house matters. September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 9th house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 1st house. So whatever you've been focused on is now somehow empowering you or changing you for the better. Maybe your focus on your faith and your religion, or your relationship to God, or your higher self, or education, you feel more empowered because of the things that you've been focusing on in regards to those matters. It could also be time for a personal dream or aspiration of yours to change. It could feel like a little luck from heaven in some way. And it could be because of your faith, or because of a traveling opportunity, or some kind of educational process. September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 10th house of career and reputation. Seems like there's a lot of energy, focus, and change in regards to your career and reputation. And I feel like the spotlight is on you. On September 25th, so this is the 3rd time Mercury in Virgo in your 9th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 5th house. So I feel like you got it down. Whatever it is, you got it in the bag when it comes to legalities, when it comes to travel, when it comes to education, whatever that may be. Sun opposition Neptune, it seems like maybe there's more clarity around that. Maybe there's more clarity around your spirituality, your faith, higher education, legalities, or some kind of travel. So I feel like now you're kind of chilling back, you're sitting back, you're having a good time, and you are maybe having more fun in your life. On September 29th, there's going to be a full moon in your Aries 4th house of home and family. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're closing out on a home. Maybe there's a revealing of your childhood, or something is being revealed to you about your family, or from your family. Like they're revealing something to you about your past. Your career could be pulling at you while this is happening, but it seems like something is going on in your private life that maybe feels a little bit more pressing. I don't know if you're trying to assert yourself more in your family life. I don't know if you're trying to kind of implement some kind of boundary with a family member, or maybe a family member is doing that with you. But it seems like basically something is pulling at you in your home life, and then it feels like something in regards to your career or your public life needs you. And then ending the month on September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 9th house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 5th house. So once again, this transit is happening. Another trine from Mercury to your 5th house of dating, creativity, and romance. Positive news and developments around travel, education, legalities, your faith. And I feel like you're benefiting from a partner in some way. And having more fun in your life. Okay. So thank you so much, Capricorn. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe as well if you have not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your September 2023 horoscope. Let's go ahead and get into it. So on September 4th, Venus is going to go direct in your Leo 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So whatever decisions that a partner has made, they could either be going back on that decision or moving forward with it. Any legalities, contracts, anything with foreign travel with a partner, things are going to maybe start moving ahead, or they're not, depending. Maybe a partner is moving out, moving in, moving somewhere else. All of these matters will start to move forward, especially in regards to maybe clients or some kind of partner that you have. On the same day, September 4th, Mercury retrograde in your 8th house of sex, death, transformation, taxes, debts, and loans is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 4th house of home, family, property, and real estate. So I'm feeling like a partner or a younger person, they could be revising their financial situation, or paying off debts or taxes in order to maybe purchase a home or buy a home, or to move, maybe even move in with you, or expand their home life. The sun is also here, which represents your 7th house. So I feel like this kind of adds to it. So this could be a review on joint finances when it comes to you and a younger person, or you and a specific partner in some way. Maybe you and someone else are combining finances to benefit from a home-based business. On the same day, September 4th, Jupiter goes retrograde in your 4th house of home and family. So there could be reflection around your home, your health, or around your bigger goals. Is where you're living good enough for the work that you want to do? Is it conducive to your higher aspirations and goals? You may be kind of asking yourself questions like, are you thinking of like, should I move for work? Maybe you want to relax more, so you're hiring someone to take care of house chores. Maybe you're delegating tasks to like a maid, or I don't know, an assistant or something like that. September 6th, you're going to have a Mercury Cazimi in your 8th house. So a Mercury Cazimi is when Mercury and the sun conjoin together. Mercury is in the heart of the sun, so this can talk about epiphanies, realizations, aha moments, downloads, conversations, news. And this could be around financial risks, investments, mortgages, loans, inheritances. Your intuition could be on fire at this time. It could be around a younger person's finances, or some news or some clarity around that, or somebody's getting ready to maybe take some kind of financial risk. A child or a younger person could also come to you about some kind of shared resources, maybe asking you for money or something like that. This could also be around like taxes and debts, like I said. September 8th, the sun in your Virgo 8th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 4th house. So it feels like there's some kind of illumination or understanding or realization in regards to finances, mortgages, taxes, loans, or maybe some kind of money that's finally coming in so you or a partner can buy a house or buy stuff for a home or expanding the home. There could also be some good news around property, a home, but it's something about like a mortgage or some kind of money that's supposed to be coming in, maybe even an inheritance. September 14th, the new moon in your Virgo 8th house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 4th house. So it seems like there's some new intentions being set around debts, taxes, some kind of shared resources. Once again, maybe you're trying to move homes, maybe you're trying to change homes in some way. Maybe there's a loan or some money coming in to assist you for a new home or some new change that's taking place for you and where it is that you're trying to live. There could be home and family, private life that's benefiting from money or a partner's money, maybe. There could be also maybe some good health news, or maybe you're cleared health-wise or something like that. September 15th, Mercury will finally go direct in your 8th house. So anything to do with, once again, taxes, loans, inheritances, partners' resources, something is moving forward. Something is going to feel more clear. You're going to have more clarity or resolution around a partner or a younger person's resources. Maybe they're, they had this debt and then they had to finally pay it off. And then like, it's finally, you know what I mean? So it's something like that. September 17th, Venus in your Leo 7th house of one-on-one relationships is going to square Jupiter in your Taurus 4th house of home and family life. So this is about romance. This is about relationships. Maybe you have a partner that is very excited to come and visit you in the home, or travel maybe to come and see you, or maybe you and a partner are trying to expand a home, or maybe maybe a partner wants to spruce up the home and make it look really, really nice. And just be careful of like spending too much money or something like that. It just feels like you have a really excitable partner at this time about something regarding expanding home or family life. I don't know, maybe somebody's pregnant, whatever. September 19th, I don't really care for this day. The sun in your Virgo 8th house is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 2nd house. The sun rules your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships. So for some of you, it could be that a partner is trying to ask you for money and you could not want to do it. You could honestly not want to do it. Somebody could be manipulating the other person. I'm not going to lie, for some of you, this can be like a financial abuse thing. I'm just saying, and it could, I'm not saying it's you, but in my personal experience, this could go either way, It could honestly go either way. It could be that somebody's doing the manipulating and somebody's being manipulated. And it could really, in my honest opinion, go either way. I would say if it's not specifically about that, it could be around you needing to pay off some kind of debt or something like that, but it could be false. I was telling Leo this exact same thing. I'm feeling like I'm gonna give you an example, right? I wish I could remember the date that this happened to me so I could see if there was some kind of weird thing going on in my 8th second house axis. But it could be something like this. I remember a long time ago, there was a debt that I had to pay off, and I got a call from these people, and I ended up paying it off with them, only to find out later it was a scam. Like these people had like figured out that I had owed a debt somehow, and then like pretended to be the company and then took my money. So I would say just be cautious with this. It could also be that a partner needs some kind of financial help paying off a debt. Okay. September 21st, which is my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 8th house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 12th house. It could be that a partner is working on something or is illuminating something to you that is helping your overall mental health and well-being, maybe. Or maybe a partner or somebody you're dealing with is pointing out one of your blind spots in regards to your career or your mental health or addictions or any kind of self-sabotaging behaviors. This could be a very deep healing time around you and a person that you're dealing with, or just around you and maybe past trauma and issues. Something is maybe being illuminated to you about how you've sabotaged yourself in past relationships. So it could be very healing, either alone about past relationships or it could be about a partner, okay, a specific partner. There could also be clarity around a partner's health, maybe. And I kind of feel like for some of you, maybe a partner is working more, trying to make money while you're kind of taking a back seat, or kind of helping a partner transform their career in some way from behind the scenes. That's for some of you. September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 9th house of higher education, travel, publishing, and legalities. So there's a big focus around those things, during Libra season for you. And it could be that a partner is focusing on some kind of legal issue, or a partner is focusing on publishing something, or a partner is focusing on travel, or a partner is traveling. Maybe you're traveling with a partner. September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 8th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 4th house. A younger person could be buying a home. Okay. It could really be that. Maybe a younger person is pregnant and expanding their family. There could be more clarity around a partner's resources or around shared resources, or you could be talking to your family about like money and plans that you have for some kind of moving, maybe. September 29th, there's going to be a full moon in your Aries 3rd house, and it's going to oppose the sun in your Libra 9th house. So there's a culmination and ending. Something is being revealed to you, maybe in regards to maybe wanting to publish something, maybe needing to sign something, maybe something around legalities, travel. And then to end the month, we have September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 8th house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 4th house. So it seems like there are some plans or financial things going on with children in regards to changing homes, and or in regards to a partner changing homes, or there could be some good news that you're getting about a mortgage, okay? Or maybe good news coming from a partner about resources, or about a change of home, okay? So thank you so much, Aquarius. Let me know how this is playing out for you personally in the comment section below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not already, and the best of luck to you. Bye. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your September 2023 horoscope. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. So September 3rd, September 4th, depending upon where you are at, is Venus going direct in your 6th house of day-to-day work, routine, health, and your job. So maybe things with your job that have been going on. Maybe there's been some issues with a coworker. Maybe that's kind of getting resolved in some way. Maybe there was some kind of health issue that was in question. That could become more clear now, or things could start to get better in that regard. You could start maybe feeling more valued at your job, or even valuing your job more than before, or taking better care of your health and reprioritizing your tasks. Something could also be more clear about maybe like a debt, or some kind of tendency to move, or some kind of tenant bill. And like I said before, any issues with a female coworker could kind of be more resolved now at this point. On the same day, Mercury in your Virgo 7th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 3rd house. So there could be some kind of conversation that maybe you are revisiting with a partner. Maybe during the Mercury retrograde, maybe there was something was lost in translation, or maybe there was some kind of argument or some kind of review about the relationship or about this person. I feel like that's kind of coming back up, but it seems to be positive. The conversation seems to be allowing both of you to see each other's perspective in some way. There could be a conversation around a move, around a vehicle, or transportation. I think that whatever this is, I feel like it's something that you've already been looking at, or something that you've been discussing before. It could also be a conversation with a sibling that you're having, or some kind of extended family member about a move, or about maybe you needing to, I don't know, borrow a car. Maybe they let you, they start driving you around town or something like that, if you are having some kind of car issues. On the same day, September 4th, Mercury is going to be going retrograde in your 3rd house. So once again, this is maybe you reviewing things about your relationship to your siblings, maybe about moving, maybe about some kind of writing project, or the way that you're wanting to communicate from a place of your higher self. Maybe you're thinking about your relationship status. Okay. Maybe because Jupiter rules you and rules your 10th, maybe you're thinking about kind of how you're communicating is changing the way that you're being seen out in the world, or the way that you're thinking is changing the way that you're being seen out in the world, or how you want to be seen out in the world. It could also be, you know, your relationship status in some way, single to dating, dating to single, etc. On September 6th, we're going to be having a Mercury Cazimi in your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships. So whether this is your client, whether this is clients, whether this is an intimate relationship, etc. A Mercury Cazimi is when Mercury and the sun conjoin together. Mercury is at the heart of the sun. So this is like an epiphany, a download, a big realization. And Mercury rules your 7th house of one-on-one relationships and also rules your 4th house of home and family. So this could be a partner finally maybe realizing where they want to live, or if you guys have been talking about moving in together, maybe they're thinking about that, or they're finally kind of coming to a realization about those things, or maybe about where they want to move. Or it could be that a partner finally admits to you something, like is honest with you about something, or finally reveals something to you about them and what they have going on. It could be like a secret or something going on with health or work with a partner, because the sun rules your 6th house. And it could also just be your partner or a client kind of telling you how they feel about something. Okay. Like an expression of such. On September 8th, you have the sun in your Virgo 7th house, and it's going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 3rd house. So, you know, whatever you and a partner have been talking about, whatever you and a partner or client have been talking about, whatever issues that there've been, it seems like you guys are working through it, and it seems like it's going really well. It seems like there's an equal exchange of expression, of authentic expression. And I think that you are communicating from a level of your higher self. September 14th, there's going to be a new moon in your Virgo 7th house of relationships, and it's going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 3rd house of communication. So there could be some new contract, maybe you're having some new contract with a partner. Maybe you guys really are deciding to move in together, and you guys have to sign something, or sign on a mortgage, or a tenancy of some sort. Or maybe there's a new contract with the client. Like I said, maybe you're taking on a new client for a business that you have. It could also be that maybe a partner gets a new job, possibly. It could be maybe an opportunity for travel, perhaps, you and a partner. It could also be creative projects. So, you know, keep in mind that this new moon is going to last for 6 months. So it could definitely be something around creative projects with a partner. There could be an opportunity for a home, like I said, or some kind of rental agreement. On September 15th, Mercury finally goes direct, yay, in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So I feel like this is more so just a partner being more certain about how they feel, where they want to move, what they're trying to do, and possibly communicating with you on that. And so partnerships could be more clear around this time, and a partner could be more clear around their relationship with you around this time. On September 17th, Venus in your Leo 6th house of day-to-day work and routine and health is going to square Jupiter and Taurus in your 3rd house of communication, writing, and travel. So this could be something around maybe work and scheduling. You know, 6th house and the 3rd house, these are natural Mercury houses. So this could be like a very busy time. 3rd and 6th house is very busy, lots of running around, lots of commuting, lots of writing, lots of scheduling. It could feel, you know, you could feel a little chaotic. Let me put it like that. It could feel like you're running around a lot. Uranus in your 3rd house, you know, this is a lot of unexpected, maybe communication, unexpected things with vehicles, unexpected things with moves, or unexpected things in your day-to-day. So, you know, maybe for some of you, if you are having some kind of car trouble, like I was talking about before, maybe, you know, somebody's a relative or somebody you're in a relationship with is communicating to you that they'll allow you to borrow a car or something like that. And so keep in mind that even though this is kind of like a dicey aspect, these are still aspects between the benefics in astrology. So Venus being the lesser benefic, Jupiter being the greater benefic in some way. And so it feels like it's still going to be positive in some way. So maybe the scheduling is a little wonky right now, but that's causing you to hyper focus on that. And now you're getting things squared away, or you figure out there was an issue with your car on your way to work. And then you're like, oh, well, God, I'm glad I saw that. And then you take it to the body shop and then somebody gives you a ride, and, so it can still, it can still be very positive. On September 19th, not my favorite day, the sun in your Virgo 7th house of one-on-one relationships opposes Neptune in your Pisces 1st house. So Neptune is you. The sun is in Virgo right now in your 7th house, which talks about somebody that you're dealing with. I'm not going to lie. A partner could absolutely be trying to deceive you about something. Okay. And it could go both ways, in my opinion. From my experience, I think that it can go both ways. But I look at Neptune as the more sensitive kind of person who is being scammed, okay, let's say, or is being deceived. So I think that you may be being deceived by a partner. Keep in mind, it can go both ways, but it makes me feel like with the sun representing ego, and the sun representing your 6th house, the 6th house can represent like enemies. Maybe you start to like realize a partner is like an enemy, or maybe you're feeling like a partner doesn't have your best interest or something like that. It could be like a partner, like, I don't know, maybe they're gaslighting you or they're projecting things onto you or something. It's just not my favorite day. I would just, with Saturn in your 1st house, I would use that as an opportunity to have healthy boundaries at this time. September 21st, my birthday, the sun in your Virgo 7th house is going to trine Pluto in your Capricorn 11th house. For some of you, if you have been having some kind of issues with a partner or client, you could be getting some encouragement, or you could be getting your power back by maybe a conversation with a friend or something, or because Pluto does rule your 9th house, issues with a partner have been maybe forcing you to access your higher mind, so like, it's kind of like that sense of when they go low, we go high, right? And so I'm feeling like there's some kind of partnership that is transforming your higher mind, that is forcing you to go higher and vibrate at a higher level instead of go down to their level, right? It seems like a pretty dicey experience, I'm not going to lie. I think that honestly, for some of you, your interaction with a partner may be like your gasoline or your ammo for your higher self and to achieve your bigger dreams. On September 23rd, the sun enters your Libra 8th house. So for some of you, it's just debts. You're going to be focusing on debts, paying off debts, any money that you owe, maybe money that you owe as a tenant, or maybe you're realizing that a pet has some kind of health issue that needs to be kind of checked out, or maybe a health crisis is kind of illuminated to you, or a health issue is being illuminated to you, or a secret about an enemy is maybe being illuminated to you. But with the sun going here, it's kind of like something that's hidden. It's like where it purposely goes to hide. And I'm kind of wondering, because the sun's been in your 7th house, I'm wondering if a partner or somebody that you're dealing with is kind of like being a little ghosty, kind of ghosting you in some way. Or, I hate to say that, but it could be that maybe there's like an enemy that's trying to deceive you, maybe it's something like that. Anyway, I don't want to focus too much on that, but, just be cautious of somebody that like you're dealing with right now. I wouldn't totally maybe trust it, but it's going to be different for all of you. Obviously, look at your own personal natal charts. On September 25th, Mercury in your Virgo 7th house is going to trine Jupiter in your Taurus 3rd house. So I feel like you are maybe finally having another conversation. I feel like you're having another conversation with this person, whoever this person is. It feels like you guys are trying to work out those kinks. For some of you, it just could be that maybe you're having somebody help you with a writing project. Maybe you and somebody are collaborating on a writing project, or maybe you and someone else are working on a podcast or something like that. Okay, who knows? On September 29th, the full moon in your Aries 2nd house is going to obviously and automatically oppose the sun in your Libra 8th house. So, I mean, it could be like paying a debt. or maybe a partner or someone owes you money. Maybe a client still owes you some kind of money and, you know, you got to send them an invoice. You know, it could be that you feel like there's some kind of debt that you do owe. And so you have to kind of work your ass off in order to make money. You know, it could also be that you are finally asserting your boundaries, especially with Saturn being in your first house. And this is Aries, so this is about you. Like it's about asserting yourself. It's about taking the lead. So I'm wondering if for some of you, if you have been having problems with a person or issues with a person, maybe you're asserting yourself by taking your power back, or by finding more self-worth and self-value by taking your power back. You know, this is like the second house is also like what we possess. And so I feel like you're trying to own your basically. Okay. And then last but not least, September 30th, Mercury in your Virgo 7th house is going to trine Uranus in your Taurus 3rd house. So maybe you had somebody working on a car and now things, you know, your vehicle, and now things are, you know, looking good. Maybe it is that you're having a friend collaborate with you on a podcast, or you have a friend collaborating with you on a writing project, or some kind of business partner, or something like that. Or maybe you guys are creating a podcast, or maybe this is some kind of positively surprising travel that you are taking with some kind of friend or with a partner or something like that. Okay. So thank you so much, Pisces. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like and share and subscribe if you have not already. And good luck to you for September 2023. Bye.